Working on this cable, working on this thing right here. Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome. We have another UFC 303. This is weird. We're in a different place, dealing with there's noises now.
Oh, it's great actually, but I don't know. I mean, it's a much better vibe. I'll be honest. This is the vibe. This is amazing.
I do like this a lot. What do you think, Chase? This is definitely different than sitting at home and.
Yeah, hell of a place to watch the fights.
It's so cool. Like, we're literally looking down over the edge, staring at the fights this way, and it's absolutely it's crazy, especially with the card that we were watching earlier. Man, I got to get back into the groove. I feel like I'm just sitting here. This is weird doing this in here. You know what I mean? I like it.
Now that you mention that, I'm a little afraid of heights. I'm
You
getting
see
vertigo
that?
here. That's quite a fall. Be
I
careful.
wish there was a way that somehow we could talk about, like, literally, that's impressive. Looking down over there, and then, of course, listening to Dale. I know we probably got to get right into it, but hey, that fight, Joe Pyfer.
Oh my goodness, that was
Hell of a knockout.
Here's
Face
the thing
down.
about Baralt too, or the Canadian, the French Canadian fella. He is good at taking punishment. Like, he has got a good chin. You watch his fights; he's always in bangers. He always gets clipped and he survives. But he was lights out, cold.
They say Joe Pyfer was the one to beat Ngannou's punch record, right?
Oh,
He
Allegedly.
has the record on the punch machine. Look, so as you hit it more, the material degrades, right?
Okay.
So it's
All right.
But either way, the numbers he was putting up, he kind of proved it tonight. That's what's more important. Yeah, exactly.
Where it actually matters.
That's impressive. So you got a whole bunch of people hitting, like, what, Ford Escorts? I think what, the Ford Escorts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, with this first fight, so now the card, let's talk about this. Ige.
That's
How do you even, like, marinate? Go ahead, like,
This
you get a call.
This is what the sport is about. This is what the mentality I love to see. Everybody loves it. Dan Ige is my spirit animal. What do I need to do to be more like him? What a professional, right? So he's been in the gym training. Has he been training for a fight? No. Has he? It's a 3-round fight, right?
Yeah.
So look, he hasn't been training for like a fight, but he's been training. He's been in the gym. He hasn't been on the couch. He hasn't been letting himself get out of shape or get fat. He does the right things. He's very professional, and that gives him the opportunity to step up like this. And look, he didn't even talk about the money. He just said, I'm in. I'll do it. Give me this opportunity. Don't take it from me. We'll figure it out after I win this fight. That's amazing.
That's the stuff legends are made of. I mean, like, that's what people want to see. This is, arguably, an even more fun fight. I mean, it's not as much a grappling-heavy fight, but we don't know what's going to happen. We got the power striker in Ige. Diego Lopes has some great striking as well.
Hands, yeah.
But he's also very grappling-heavy. Like, it's such a fun fight. I'm excited for it.
You know, every one of those things, like, all right, here's the deal. You're not allowed to take Ige down. If you take this fight, it's going to have to be a stand-up war for
Not
at least
the first round.
2 rounds. Yeah. So the
No,
first round has to be a punch.
Here's the thing. You think about Ige, the way he trains. How many times does he really get taken down in fights?
True.
Not that much.
Not at all.
If you think, too, his stature and his body type, they don't lend themselves to getting underneath him. Look, he works out with all those killers, all Ali's guys, all those Dagestan, all the kids from the former Soviet Socialist republics. Those dudes, trust me, they wrestle hard in that gym. He's prepared to stop the takedown, and I'm pretty sure he's a black belt himself.
Well, and that's the one thing. When you have that wrestling condition, it's a whole different world. That's like, it's like being a full-time swimmer or something like that. That wrestling, you can pretty much have that conditioning. So I would assume conditioning is not going to be the issue for him.
And Diego Lopes, unless I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. So just he doesn't shoot a ton of takedowns, right? He more seems to use his jiu-jitsu, and he's got great jiu-jitsu if somebody's dumb enough to take him down.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I remember seeing, especially the Evelev fight. Evelev's very wrestling heavy. That's why we were able to see a lot of those great grappling transitions. He had the Sabatini fight where he got the knockout.
Evelev was the one where he had the knee bar far, right?
So close.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That was awesome. I was tapping for him. I was like, bro, that's a year of your life that you won't trade if that goes wrong.
It changes you when you see a knee going like that. You're just waiting to see that give, and it just like,
true.
I can't believe you don't panic. Like, there's a panic button that would hit when you get a knee like that. That it just, you know what I mean? The knee. I don't even like the imagination of it. It'd just be too much. It's crazy. But that's insane out there. So we, again, Fight Pass YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well out there. This is crazy that we're sitting here doing this. Here, I'm really starting, the more we sit here, I'm like, I'm really vibing on this height, like looking down in this dome and seeing all the lights and stuff like that. This is going to be all right.
Just don't tell anybody. Chase has actually been spitting on people, but don't tell anyone. It's like, what?
It's a tick.
I did get somebody in the world of trouble here recently. I didn't mean to, but he was asking for a picture, and I was like, come on up. And, I'm like, yeah, come up here. I didn't want to go down the stairs, you know what I mean? I felt bad. Like 10 minutes later, I look over, and he's still getting in trouble. I'm like, what? I'm like, I had to go back over and go, man, that's on me. I had him come up, and it's my fault. I'm like, damn, I told him to come up. I didn't want to stand down there. The guy's like, well, I told him 3 times. My man was taking it serious.
Security guy with the little walker.
The walker was taking this serious. My man was like, nah, I'm going to go ahead. I told him 3 times, like, I don't remember that. This was my fault. I couldn't let him get in trouble, you know what I mean, on that one, because I did it. The first fight of the night, not the first fight of the card, the main card here, Machado.
Oh, my goodness. That's the first fight?
Yeah, that's the first.
I'm an idiot. But all right, so, there's fights that I'm excited about, but this is the one for me I'm confused about. What the hell's going to happen? I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just so impressed with how Kevin looked against, MVP.
Oh, against
how he
Kevin,
looked against Kevin Holland. He made Kevin look bad on the feet, like
which
he made it look
crazy.
easy.
Yeah.
So I think we're in, Gary's got to grapple if he wants that win, in my opinion. And shootbox in Brazil, great spot for him to work on his jiu-jitsu, great spot for him to work on his grappling, and I am hoping we'll see a little bit of that tonight.
Again, though, the shootbox style, they have great jiu-jitsu, but they don't go for a ton of takedowns. I've noticed they've got good fence wrestling, good trips and takedowns on the fence, but they don't really shoot. Or, I guess
That's
kind
fair.
of their background, from what I know, is more judo.
Fair. It's going to be hard to wrangle MVP like that. You're not going to get him against the cage.
I want to see those feints. I want to see if he bites on it.
Ian Gary said about the speed. And look, MVP's 37? That's old for the fight world. He ain't old for life, but he's old for fighting. And your speed does deteriorate at that age, period. Ian Gary is honestly in his prime, right?
Yeah,
Speed-wise, physical, your body-wise. I want to see if Ian Gary has the speed he thinks he's going to have. If he can get in there and touch him and get away clean. We'll see.
If you
I think that's going to be
kind of bully his way through. Like if he could literally bully Venom Page a little bit, you know what I mean? Just I'm confident.
For these guys, bully is about the slick speed,
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Just kind of make him, overwhelm him, and just kind of stay in his face, and like whatever you throw means nothing, until it does, That's going to be.
If you've ever seen MVP's, Michael Venom Page's MVP, what a great nickname.
Yeah.
Let's just ruminate on that for a second. If you've seen his highlight package, he's got a lot of different weapons,
The knee that he was the one, Cyborg.
Broke his skull.
Broke his skull. How do you shatter?
Hardest bone in the human body.
Forehead, like shattered.
Hardest bone in the human body. Broke his skull.
It's like he dropped a hard-boiled egg on the ground.
That's insane. How do you break something like that? That's so. Those knees have to be to a point that they just got to be a bony mess.
Here's the other thing. I'm like a legitimate 6'3". MVP is as tall as me and longer.
Yeah.
Like, is he hollow? Like, what's going on? How does he make this weight? I don't understand. He must. Like, I don't understand. What's happening here?
But, yeah, the fact that I just kind of, just those movements, I think the one thing you'd have to worry about is really catch him with something kind of wild. Yeah. And, when they start throwing those looping strikes, they tend to disappear for a minute. And then, like a little missile that comes back around. Straighter, you kind of can keep your hands in the way and you can kind of, you can block it. But when they start looping things around on top of that, look at this, and pop, and then it hits you over on the side of the head.
And then I think with those guys, they'll flinch, both of them, Ian Gary and MVP. They get you to flinch, put your hands on your head, and then you almost blind yourself for a second if you kind of play that shell defense,
Yeah.
And then we got to hit the liver.
Very good point. I would have just pulled guard probably if I was in their shoes.
Yeah.
If somebody starts fainting on me like that, I'll start butt scooting a little.
Head outside single.
Yeah.
When they sprawl, thigh drag to the low back, boom, you got it.
Big head outside guy. I like the idea of getting my head out of the spot of that knee. Well, I don't want to end up like a Cyborg.
They're gonna try to. They're gonna try to switch. They're gonna try to whatever. But you can beat them to it, or just pull half guard and sweep from half guard right on the The old, Big Nog was one of my heroes. He used to do that. Head outside single. He wouldn't get it half the time, and then he'd lead to a scramble, and he'd end up on top every time.
Fair enough. Guard pulling is always an option.
Get the guy to fall down on his butt, step back over the top of him, got to hit that switch, counter it, drop the left elbow, and boom, come over to the side.
Just to go off on a little tangent, if you think about, we talk about the Hall of Fame that just happened, Shogun, Vanderlei, and, guard in Pride versus guard in the UFC. Elbows make a big difference when it comes to guard. The other thing is, if somebody's on their knees in Pride, you can kick them in the head.
Yeah.
So you can kick to the head from guard, which I like a lot if there's heel hooks involved. Because my defense for a heel hook is to kick you in the face as hard as I can, as many times as I can.
Step right on it. Just step right on it.
So if you're ever in the gym with me and you say, can we do heel hooks? I say, only if I can kick to the face.
I like that a lot. I like that idea of the ground, kicking to the ground. I mean, I've got a soccer kick win. It was,
it's in the UFC highlight.
He kept throwing it in my head like, you're going to win by soccer kick, you're going to win by soccer kick, and I'll be danged. I just threw this shot, and he rolled, and I stepped back, and he just sat up and was like, well, I just threw it.
You had the red mohawk in that one.
Yeah,
buddy.
Landed. It was something. So now that is the other thing. I wonder how much time he needs to get ready when it comes to E-game. Like this, I'm still tripping. They're showing that he is. You just went from, I don't know where he was sitting. Like, I like to think personally, he said, hey, we need you. All right, I'm coming over. He just hopped in a car and rolled in.
He doesn't do drugs. He's at the gym all the time. He's, he eats. He lives it. He's a professional. He really can't ask for more than that out of anybody.
I hope people grab that. That's all you young fighters out there. All you fighters out there. Like we used to say that before. Same thing. It's happened to numerous times throughout the career where people are ready to take that fight on short notice. That's how Matt Hughes got a shot at the title.
It can be life-changing.
Rich
said you took a fight on 2 hours once?
Yeah, my fight that I took on 2 hours notice, that's how I got my contender shot.
I
went against a guy that was like 14-4 or something for my second or third pro fight. And they were like $2,500. I was like, that's a lot of IKEA furniture. So.
A lot of IKEA. I'm in.
It got me the contender shot. Like you're saying, that these fights, these opportunities can change your life.
For sure.
And that's the one thing is you always look at it, it's like you said, I like what you're saying. You don't have to go heavy in the gym, but you got to be in the gym.
You should be having fun. It's
just
your
have
job.
fun and
Remember,
play around, get sweaty.
This is what you love to do.
Yeah. Always sharpen that tool, right? Always sharpen it. Yeah.
If you think about like training, when you're in camp, when you have a fight lined up, that's when you're working specifics for that fight. Yeah. Things that you think you might be lacking at, things that you want to beat your opponent with. But outside of training, you're free to just work on whatever you think your insecurities or weaknesses are, and that's when you should really be doing that.
100%. That's, like I said, go ahead.
We had an advantage over you in our day.
Yeah.
It was very difficult to find out who you were fighting or know much about them. Yeah. Maybe you have one video, so you didn't do. You just were like, look, I don't really know what's happening, but I'm going to be the best version of me.
So you just worked on your conditioning, the things that you can control, because anything could happen. I love that. Anything could happen. So as long as I'm in shape, as long as I'm working on who I am, then we're good to go. And that's always been. I love that part when it comes to fighting. Just getting out there and it's crazy. Man,
now we have the advantage of UFC Fight Pass.
They know everything.
No excuse. No excuse not to do your homework and do all the research.
I mean, you can go back to the guy's local circuit fights if they were on Fight Pass. I can find this guy's fights from 10 years ago, all the way up to a couple months ago.
100%. And for just under $10 a month, you can have the exclamation FB. You can have 5S. So right now we're doing a save 35%. You can do an annual plan. What? $61.99 for the year? That's the UFC Fight Pass offer right now. $61.99 for a 1-year plan. You already know it's the biggest, greatest catalog of fights out there. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Speaking of a great catalog of fights, UNENJ chick, they just showed her. She's in attendance in the house, and she was just inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame, obviously.
I didn't get to go to the ceremony. Did you get to see the ceremonies?
I did.
How was it?
It was amazing, actually. For a guy like me, the first Hall of Fame I spoke at was in the convention with like random people walking around eating protein bars. Now, wait, is this him now?
This is about to happen.
This is real? Oh, that's okay. No, it's not real. Sorry. False alarm. Anyway, and now you come in. It's in the T-Mobile. There's people that paid money that goes to charity to be in there. It's pretty awesome. It's just a very cool experience.
Yeah.
And also, if you were in town for UFC Fight Pass, or excuse me, for UFC International Fight Week next year, go to the Hall of Fame. It is a pretty good opportunity to meet a lot of famous fighters without having to wait in too many lines.
Very true. Very true.
That's a little pro tip right there. You're welcome.
See, I like that. I love that, getting that from Forrest. That's why I love having you in here, man. The knowledge. Knowledge.
Hey, who in this building knows the quickest way to get to the restroom? Me.
Right.
All right? That's what I'm bringing to the table.
100%. 100%. I got to figure out. I'm so weird about not having my chat and having my monitors and stuff like that. It's like there's so many distractions, so many cool things.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing I love about this live is like, okay, I'm liking this a lot. But, you know.
Well, they just showed an MVP highlight. And I thought the fight was starting.
You thought he was walking
I was
out.
like, wait, what? He's walking out.
You know, and this is it right here. Just looking at this fight with, I mean, he's going to be that young, brash, with no fear. I can't wait to see this fight. I'm curious to see how this one goes. You know, but and that's the one thing is now I have the noise of I can hear the atmosphere, so I can kind of be quiet. Where when we're back home doing the watch songs, I always got to keep the noise going, make sure everybody can talk and stuff like that. Now I get the ambiance. Oh, I like this. This is I can get used to this. You know what I mean?
Start making them do it.
I think the producer just said, "Don't get too used to it."
That might have happened. That might have 100%. And then the other thing is I get to sit here, like I said, normally I'd be able to hit play. You guys get to watch the, we have the clip, and it's like, all right, bathroom break. Everybody's watching the clip, and now we're kind of watching, like, now I get it. I'm stuck watching TV a little too much at the same time, you know? It's pretty cool. But, yeah, no, like I said, I'm excited to see this card. See what happens with him. What if he just comes out here and just drops
I mean,
does he rise to that
I believe,
Conor-esque?
Yeah, he believes that's where he belongs. Yeah. He believes that's what he's going to do. You know, and look, he's had good level fights, but I think this is probably the toughest one in his career.
By far. And it's pretty much the only one recently that's been anything similar to his own style anyways.
Yeah.
So those are some of the hardest fights, especially on the striking aspect.
And who was the guy fought from Safe Saud's camp in Texas? Also knocks people out a lot, knocks people out with the head kick. I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was a pretty close fight.
Yeah, see, that's it. Like I need my piece of paper.
Right.
Go around and look at it. And then I've got chat. Chat will usually tell me in a second. They're like, oh, this happened. So that's the one thing is like, I'll get stuck looking down here, but Venom Page is making his way out to the cage now.
Who's the best? Who's the best on the internet?
Oh, Jeff Neal.
There you go. So that was a very good fight, but could have gone either way, right?
That's fair.
I'm trying to figure out. I missed this chat. I missed my chat. That's what like having them around, but I'm sure you guys are doing good.
Are you looking for Twitch or YouTube? I can help you out.
We can rotate. Which one do you want?
I can help you find it for sure.
No, I got the Twitch one, or do you want the UFC Fight Pass YouTube? I got to figure out
wherever the chat's the best.
They've been arguing about that. That's an ongoing situation between when it comes down to which one is the best. I'm not sure.
Michael Venom Page hitting the dance routine on the workout.
Oh, okay. Look at this. I love that. All right. Now I got everybody's.
I'll tell you what. As Jens finds his some good questions, I'm glad that Ian Gary gets to come out second. It would be horrible to sit in the octagon while this guy mambos his way to the octagon.
I do.
Yeah. I would at one point in my life, I wanted to. Somebody was entering, honestly, forget who, and I was like, I'm gonna count to 10, and I'm literally gonna run down there to them.
Fair point. I always just wear the little shirt and my shorts. My mouthpiece already in. I want to get out there, take the shirt off, fight.
Daniel Cormier style. Jog in, let's do this. I love that.
Yeah.
So you know what I really wanted to do, and I want you to do this for me. I want you to run down, start the check-in process, and then shake your head and run back. And then just say, just kidding, and run back. I never had the guts to do it. I was like, I'm going to do it. And then, the moment comes and you're like, I'm not feeling it. Throw it out. throw it out. So I was always going to do it, but I just never felt it. I never felt it in my heart, you know?
Run right up to him. I love that.
And then start to check in and be like, nah, fuck this. This could get dangerous. I'm out.
Back-to-back wins. He's a 10-time world kickboxing champion.
Yeah,
13 wins by knockout. I forgot we got to read those off still. A lot of these guys, they don't get to see the fights. Back-to-back wins.
I always wonder what would happen when the ref says, are you ready? Are you ready? You're like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not fighting.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah?
Lie and say, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. I thought, dang, you know what I mean? And run back.
I got to pee real quick. Yeah, I'll be back.
Chase, you have to do it one time. Run up. I'm not feeling it. And run back.
Let me try this again. Let me try this one more time. Okay.
I'd either be really good or they'd be real mad at me for it.
One more time, please. Let me just one more time. That would be all right. Look at the way he come out, though. He's in his vibe now.
Yeah.
That is one thing.
It reminds me of when Jones came back after so long being away, right? When he was fighting the French fellow. What's his name? Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
And I was like, I felt bad for Cyril because he just took all the time. And then I looked at John and said, what is he trying to do? What's his strategy? I said, he's missed this. He's missed this moment.
Yeah.
He's waiting for this moment. I was like, this isn't about icing the other guy. This is about him taking in that moment and enjoying it.
I was actually in this exact spot watching that fight.
Oh, okay.
It was a great fight.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
All minute and a half of it?
Yeah.
It's a great minute. That's a great minute.
It's a big build up, and it's like, oh, that's it?
It's a great minute. Just
They're
like
like,
my
this
wife
could be
says
John
about her
Jones.
sex life. It was a great minute.
Same here. She says it's not great, though, but
Oh, I like it. I like
that's
it.
efficiency.
That's right. That's right. They got me and they got rabbits.
I got direction. I know what I'm doing. I'm here.
You got plans afterwards.
Let's go.
Hey, there's a lot of good television out there. What is he doing? He's going saying hi to people.
Oliveira. That's his boy, Oliveira.
Oh, yeah, Oliveira. Oh, look at Oliveira in the white on white.
That was all
The
Oliveira.
white on white. Oliveira, honestly, he looked like, I don't know, he looked like a pop star. He's about to start dancing and singing in that outfit. It's beautiful.
I like it. But that's what I'm saying, man. It doesn't
MC Hammer would be jealous of that outfit.
It's not getting to him. He looks ready.
No,
Fired up.
He probably golfed 8 rounds today, 9 rounds or 9 holes. However golf is measured. Do you golf?
Oh, no.
Good.
I
Thank God.
putt-putt.
Thank
I've
God.
done putt-putt a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be legit at putt-putt. I had a friend that worked out. He could go for free. I was pretty good at putt-putt. But Ian Gary actually, he's already decided when he quits fighting, he's going to become a professional golfer. And from what I understand, he's, quite good.
Really?
Wow. So we've got some stats presented to us by Manscaped.
There you go. Oh, he's got the longest win streak in UFC welterweight division. He's got the second highest strike accuracy in UFC welterweight history, 55.7. He's got the 4th smallest. I missed the rest of it, but it was up there.
4th smallest bottom position percentage in welterweight history. That is the most niche stat I've ever seen before.
Basically, he doesn't go to the ground.
Well,
he doesn't get put on his back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what that translates to.
You do not have those stats for 55.
No.
You've been on your back a bit.
Oh, for sure. Intentional, sometimes.
Yeah, look.
Other times, not so much.
What you did on that last fight, you put someone on their back, and that was all she wrote. I'd rather you be on the bottom than being like we were in that top position. Oh, my Lord. I was just talking about I can't get over it. He just...
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jordan's a decent grappler, too. Jordan's
What he
pretty
did with
good.
Jordan and what he did with Slava Claus, the
Slava
last one,
Claus.
remember
Yeah,
that one? He leveled up.
Well, that's it just to outbox him, you know? It's like, oh, okay.
That's my broken clock moment. Twice a day. I'm only going to land one more of those shots ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll
I like
take
it.
it.
Play it down. Play it down.
They're both 6'3". They're both 6'3", 170, 74
but look,
and a half,
79 inches. So, look, listen. I'm 6'3". My reach was 77 inches before the shoulder surgery. 77. I felt like I had decent long arms for light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And now you got this guy. Holy Christmas.
I think Ian's just got short arms. I think my reach is 76 and a half. So.
Is it?
So Ian's just got the shorter arms.
Wow, yeah, well, Keith Jardine's was 76. He's about the same height, you know.
Man.
Arm length, you know, Jens can't speak about it, but it's
I don't have much. I got
useful. It's useful.
I don't have much of that. I got to work my way in circle, try to get underneath, get inside.
You have to really learn how to box, head movement.
Got to get in there. Got to use that head movement quite a bit. And then especially then you got to worry about those long kicks, big long legs.
Well,
you just can't back out far enough.
Not bumping into them for sure.
And that's you got to make sure there was, worried about those things just too much. They come from a distance. Who was that spun one off on Marias and it caught him as he was backing out, he had the really long legs. And he was backing out, the kick landed as he was getting away.
Wait, are we talking about something that just happened?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I changed all the way in, like I said. I was talking about a fight that I have to look at. See, I'm looking at chat again and see if they can tell me who it was, but I'm lingering on him. Oh, I can't wait to see these two get after it. Number 7, quick climb.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And now he's here, you know.
And he's the 160 favorite.
Said he's been the favorite in all of his UFC fights.
Yeah?
All eight UFC fights. He's been the favorite for all of them.
Joe, oh God, what's his name? The Celtics coach won the national championship this year in the NBA.
I'm not a basketball guy.
Joe Mazzulla.
See, now he knows.
Great human being, though. Great guy. Super young to be a head coach winning championships. Shout out to Joe Mazzulla.
Pan the camera up with you, huh? Camera up?
Can you make us better looking? Nope. Sorry.
Not
guys.
happening. Not happening. Round 1, though. Here we go.
We couldn't possibly be any better looking. Here we
now,
go.
that side movement of Venom.
They're actually pretty close. They're both really relying on speed and
crowd chanting for MVP. Very interesting.
You know what? And I like it again, the feeling out process. I always talk about that, right? The feeling out process, but just right here,
I mean,
you can tell Gary's trying to sit back and definitely wants to counter him when he gets in.
Gary's got more of that traditional stance where MVP's obviously got more of the karate. Hands super low.
But I mean, even his karate stance is a little unorthodox. The bouncing is very much like karate or taekwondo, but the hand placement and the leg placement and the way he does, like that's a lot like Olympic level taekwondo, you know.
I like the way that he sits at level change, kind of throwing his hands out there. Big high kick by Gary, blocked. Page gets out of the way. And then when he tries to step in, Page had a right hand for him. Gary was trying to throw a right hand back at him. Look at right when they close, good jab.
Yeah, there's some of that jiu-jitsu I was talking about.
You guys were talking about. I forget who said it, but you said, hey, the key to victory for him is to put Michael Venom Page on his back, and Page is on his back right now. And Gary again has a really good jiu-jitsu game. I mean, he lives in Brazil, so when you move to Brazil, that actually makes your jiu-jitsu game 10% better.
That's what I heard.
You don't even have to train; it just does. It makes it better.
Just from the acai and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
just
acai,
the lifestyle.
Acai. It's like that's how you submit people.
Yeah, he's doing a good job sitting in that half guard. Now you got to try to pull Venom off that fence. Venom's got to use that fence to try to stand up.
I'll say though, Venom's doing the right things. Well, he was.
He's got great counter grappling.
Stepped over that leg.
He was doing the right things until I said that.
I don't like when people really reach that arm back there. I feel like you're just going to blow your shoulder out.
So I think you're actually like the lead knee is actually in the most danger. That left knee.
Yeah,
I like to turn it
between
towards
the legs.
the fence. Yeah.
See, and that's what he has to be careful of right there. What you were talking about, Chase is reaching back, getting in that arm position. Now he gets the duck under and gets to come around behind him and take the back of Venom Page.
And now Gary's got one hook in, and he's kind of getting him with the broomstick a little bit, and he's pulling him on his back. So he's
about to try to figure for the body up,
takes
back
the
control.
Back. Not a great lock.
No.
Not a great lock.
With the white belt ankles crossed. Okay, he fixed it.
Yeah.
Now he's going to figure for the body of Venom Page, lock the leg up.
Now.
This is Ian Gary. I don't know if we were expecting to see this, but now he's working on the chin of Venom Page.
Oh, Michael Venom Page is not reacting well, if I may say.
Nope, he's getting it in there pretty tight. He's got just the chin is the only thing keeping him safe. Gary's got that locked up.
I don't like the hand on the fence. I'd really like to see the hands in the elbow. I'd like to see him try to turn. Well, he can't. He can't turn the correct way because of the body triangle.
He's stuck. Now they go
down.
Jeez. Now he's got him behind the head.
Fight that elbow. If he can pop that elbow up.
Page is trying to fight it.
He's really got to address that body triangular. He's not getting out of here.
I think address the hand under your chin first.
100%.
Step one.
100%.
The other thing on the body triangle, bring your knees to your chest. Think fetal position. Actually helps a lot. There you go. He survived it.
He just needs to scoot off angle, get that back to the mat. He can start scrambling up.
And he's got, again, Venom Page, if you've ever met the guy, shaking his hands. He's got huge hands, so that usually means for the good ability to grip. You see how his grip there is?
Yeah.
Holding on to
I don't think he's going to be forced to let that go. That's just a jiu-jitsu cheat code to have a great big hand with a great grip.
So is he just going to be stuck here now for
I'm
the next
interested.
minute 12? Because he can't really fight the lock. He's not really trying to get that
might
leg
just have
off.
to eat this round. I'm interested with him grabbing across the body like that, like the forearm, rather than like same side, something like that.
I like that. I like that.
He's
Yeah.
doing a good job of keeping that one hand. It's already stuck up there. It's doing a good job of blocking, protecting his face.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it based on its effectiveness. Gary doesn't know what to do about it. He's just, trying to strike with the other hand. Wow, we're already at 3 minutes of control time. That's
That
a
was
lot.
impressive.
That's a lot.
Now
I
he's
mean, I
still-
guess we don't need to ask whose round this is.
Yeah.
Question
guess-
is, does someone go 10-8?
That's what I was thinking.
Just based on who was it earlier? What was her name? She beat Karate Hottie.
Jillian.
Jillian Roberts.
Yeah.
Just based on that, I would say it's probably not a 10-8 round because those judges, only one of them gave a 10-8 round in that entire fight.
Okay,
and
that's true.
A couple of those rounds could have potentially been 10-8, right?
They're pretty stingy. They're pretty
Yeah,
stingy. with those
they
rounds.
are. Yeah, I don't know.
What a controlled fight by Gary. I was not ready for this. I was expecting it to be more of the stand-up kind of a fight, but I think he's doing a good job of showing he does what it takes. He's got skills, you know what I mean? All
Oh,
around
yeah,
the-
yeah.
all
I
around the
mean,
mat to win
look,
the fight.
at this level, honestly, win fights.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Win today, look good tomorrow, especially in the first round. If you can wear the guy down a little bit, hold him on the fence. Look, I hate fence wrestling. Hate it. Passionately. I don't enjoy watching it. That's why they have 1.5 speed on Fight Pass for when people fence wrestle. I can just skip. All right, I don't need to see this, and then I just wait out the takedown, and then I just hit play. All right, let's see what happens.
Fair point.
Or the break. But the first round, strategically, I love it because it does wear your opponent down quite a bit.
Now he's got to be worried about the grappling the whole
Right.
rest
And
of the
then
fight.
he freezes up the hands, worried about the bouncing, and now he's always got that.
Oh, my
thing,
God. See,
right?
is that Damian Maya in his corner? Is that Damian Maya? That's Damian Maya. No wonder why he had this great back control. Again,
Putting in the work with
that's
the right
another
people.
10%. First of all, move to Brazil. Jiu-Jitsu gets 10% better. Put Damian Maya in your corner. That's 10% more improvement in jiu-jitsu right there. That's just science, guys.
Now you
Very
got
good point.
casual movement around there, controlling the position, did a great job, and here we go for round 2.
And then you like this too, right? Because Paige has got to do something. And then what does him doing something do? Well, it gives.
But he
Makes
did
the fight
step
a lot
in
more
with a good
exciting.
right hand, so he did a couple of feints, then that right hand, because I think right there as he's closing, that'll be the one thing with Gary's got to worry about is does he try to drop down for that takedown?
Gary's already got a little blood on over the left eye there too. And look, that it wasn't the most devastating right hand, but it definitely was the most impactful punch of the fight.
Definitely.
And now you got, again, the way that he's pushing back and moving, and Gary's kind of setting back, waiting. The thing is he trying to attack or is he trying to, time a takedown?
Right. Well, and that's what I was thinking, too. If you know your upper rounds on him, well, hopefully he'll have to come out pretty hard, which will give me opportunities to take him down. He's going to leave his feet or do something stupid.
Oh!
Little
Just
fast.
missed with the overhand. Did he go dribble between the legs and then throw the one in the
Look,
overhand right?
He hit him with a crossover.
He hit him with the crossover.
So what he did was he crossed over, he put it in this hand and then
lobbed
threw
it
that
up and then
punch.
fired it over the top
yeah.
underneath. It was something.
So he tried to hit him with the basketball, just missed him.
I like that. See there. Now
So
that's
quick.
what he's got to worry about is how fast he's going. Machado's not going to be moving back. He was able to get out of the way that time, but
Yeah.
that double jab, that's a long range.
Yeah.
I-
Exactly
I-
my point, though, is I don't think he's going to be able to outpoint fight MVP.
Right.
This speed is just such a huge factor, even being on the older end of things.
Yeah.
That grappling, you just got to get back there as quick as you can.
And that was a great calf kick by Paige, who then got out of the way of the jab cross.
That's that one thing after we seen the way that Peyton Talbot with the fight. Make sure you got to have those hands up when you're throwing a kick because
Oh yeah.
he knocked it out of that guy. Oh, see there was
There
that
you
big
go.
overhand
Here it is.
right
Here it is.
into a body lock by Gary. Gary's going to put him up against the fence.
Hey, look. Remember what I was saying about fence wrestling and how I didn't like it? Well, if I'm getting Gary right now, if I'm his coaches, I love it. I love fence wrestling because, hey, that dude is as quick as advertised. He's
fair.
fluid. He looks good.
The crowd is not loving it either.
No, they want to see that. They want to see the movement and that overhand right. I would be worried about that too because he just missed that thing. And this is a good job of Gary keeping this right here. And you got to put some work in, yeah?
I mean, I hear the crowd. They definitely you want highlights, you want knockouts, you want that good stuff. Which as a fan of the sport, I do too. But strategically, this is what I want for Ian Garry.
It's a lot safer right here in the position of I'm controlling you. I got you up against the fence. Ring control.
And now who I don't know the ref here, but they seem to be reacting to the crowd noise. He's giving him a warning for inactivity. That was his verbal warning for inactivity, and some of that is due to the crowd noise. I guarantee you can't take that out. Referees don't operate in a vacuum, just like judges don't. When the crowd oohs and ahs, might not even been a clean shot, but the crowd thought it was, so you think it is too.
See,
that's the second warning.
Well, it's out and he's looking. Like, how do you guys feel about that? If you want to get off the fence, you should be able to. You got to get off the fence, or do you kind of just sit there and wait? Like he's not doing anything. Break it, or he goes back to the leg.
Straight ankle lock. I don't like the straight ankle lock.
For the heel hook, I think.
Machado drops down for the leg.
Yeah. He's in the honey hole right now.
Looking for the heel.
Yeah, he's got that leg over the top.
Oh,
and then
down
heel
they
hook
go.
Position. I don't like that switch.
Inverted heel hook.
That's the safer
dangerous.
side, I feel.
Wait, the safer side?
I feel, because Venom can roll with it. Your knee kind of bends that way versus the other side.
All right. I don't like heel hook. My heel hook defense was the tap. I was very good at it.
All right.
He escapes. He escapes. Nice escape.
Now right here, like, who is up, you think, in this round? Did he do enough with that?
I don't think so. I still think Page is up.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I know he's up.
Good 1-2 for Page right there, stepping in. He's truly trying to time
Page is as good as advertised.
Most definitely.
Turns out beating Kevin was not a fluke.
No, it was not.
And this right here, again, it's kind of patting at the hand, the lead hand. Page steps back. Oh, he's going to catch something. That's one thing you're kind of waiting for right there.
Yeah, I think maybe don't stand in front of him so much if you're Garry. Try to, move laterally.
Oh! So he tried to step in with the jump knee right there. And Garry, again, that's that whole thing about trying to drop down as soon as he gets in close. Drop down for that takedown. Page tried to make him pay with the jump knee. Oh, good 1-2 lands for Venom Page. He's really starting to time that.
Yeah.
He's finding himself,
Just might feel like he still needs to seal the deal on that round.
So I think, what do we have? One
apiece. One apiece.
Yeah.
1-1.
So the game plan for Ian Garry is pretty damn simple.
Yeah. And this is such a
outstrike him.
Such a tough specialist matchup for him.
Yeah.
You're fighting one of the best point fighters in the world, and you're also a striker. So figure it out.
Yeah.
He's really having to switch up his game plan a lot. And, the height is similar. The reach is – he's actually the shorter guy in this situation.
He's the shorter guy.
He's not used to.
Smaller guy. He's, he said he would be the quicker guy, but that's not what we've seen.
Yeah.
I don't mind this, though. I don't hate this. And I really liked the sweep he used.
Yeah, it's a great fight.
I think he should have abandoned that and used that sweep just to get top position. Tell him that. Tell him that when you see him.
No, I agree. Unless you're going to, be confident on that heel hook. There wasn't a ton of time left.
Does he need to be more aggressive, Machado? Would that get him in trouble?
In the third.
You know what I mean? Kind of sitting back. You're getting out point fighted, right? You're getting out point fighted. What do you do differently? Maybe circle a little more?
Yes, but definitely a little more movement wouldn't hurt. But it's the initial. How do you break the initial gap? Once you're there, you better stay there and start fighting like your life depends on it. But how do you get in on the guy like this?
That's kind of what he's doing. He's just kind of been sitting back and waiting for Page to get in there. That's with the calf kick right there. He just kind of sitting in that one spot and waiting to counter that shot. I would like to see some circling a little bit just to change it up.
I think maybe this tighter boxing guard like he's having here coming out in the third is probably a little smarter too, especially on those blitzes.
And the other thing I would say is just put your head on his sternum and drive. Punch in till you get there, drive
and
through.
And stay in there and just keep going?
Yeah, just drive through him, Football tackle.
100%. Just keep going.
Old spear.
I like it. And that's the one to see moving back like that. Page is able kind of dictating the pace right now. Those feints are starting to work. And then he goes in for a big right hand. Machado dropped down for a takedown but got ran over.
Right to the
and now
mouth.
He went to fall back.
It didn't look like Machado got hit there. It looked like he just
dropped down underneath and ran into some thighs that were running into him because he kept going forward, which is good. Now he's in the guard of Machado Garry.
It's interesting. MVP had mount, and he tried to back out.
No,
right
he wanted to
into,
get off. I'm
Gary's
trying to get
guard.
off that.
Well, I think what it was is Gary was going for the foot lock. He was trying to get that heel hook.
Now he's got the figure 4 from his back.
And look, we were just talking about this earlier. In the UFC, top position with elbows from guard just works.
In MMA in general, if you're on bottom, even in your guard, you're probably going to lose the round. You're probably going to lose the fight.
You need to be really good. You know, you need to be, again, like his new
Damian Maia?
No, well, his Damian Maia or his new stablemate. Oliveira. One of the few guys that still submits people in the male divisions from their back.
Yeah, locking the figure 4 and staying down there is not going to – I don't think that's going to help a lot. He needs to let go of that and maybe try to get back on his feet or something.
More of a stalling position, I feel, if you're triangling like that.
Waiting to get stood up, hoping to hold on to the head and arms like that. And again, now if you're Paige, don't you try to posture up, maybe land some shots, or just keep those hands in deep and pressure forward?
For MMA, I like to transition from here to a butterfly guard.
I love butterfly guard.
I think for the sport of MMA, it's great. Hey, look what
he's trying.
Doing.
There he goes. He gets it one, kicks away. Paige steps up. There you go. Paige goes with the high left kick, but Machado was out of the way.
Look, Gary's down. He's down this round. He's got 2 minutes left. He needs some big actions, right? Something big, you know.
Which is now you're finally starting. He's not really stepping forward. He's leaning forward a little more than he was for the last 2 rounds. You know what I mean? Trying to get in there and get a little more. Now maybe this will be something where Paige, there he goes. He drops in on a level change, gets the body lock.
He's got it.
Going for the takedown against Paige.
Go to the back.
Going to take his back. Paige is trying to roll it. Carey's going to throw in both legs.
Pop your head out. You got to pop that head out still.
And the head pops out. Now he's got the back. Paige is trying to stand up. Have to see what happens here.
He's only got the one hook, though, so he's going to end up either falling off.
And it's not the one that you want.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a minute 27
why isn't it
left.
the one you want? Just because it's cage side? And they can move towards the cage to scrape it off? Or?
That, and generally I would prefer my hook to be on the side of the choking arm.
Okay.
Which I guess
it is.
kind of has. Yeah. He has, I think,
he doesn't really committed to a choking arm.
Yeah, no, I think more what you're saying, like against the cage, you can't get scraped off and just kind of holding that position a little bit.
I mean, he is, which is exhausting on your legs. I mean, hopefully you've been in practice for years and you've done this a lot. No, but seriously, this is exhausting.
Well, and that's the one thing. Now, in the eyes of the judges, this is all working in Gary's favor, keeping his position.
If we're looking at the scoring criteria, the first one, effective striking and effective grappling. How effective is this from a grappling standpoint?
Yeah.
You've got control, but, there's really no threat of submission.
Little rabbit punches, nothing too
I can't believe he's able to hold on the way that he is. He is literally leaning over the back. The way that Paige is bent completely over like that, his head is almost touching the canvas, and he's still able to stay on. Yeah, that's impressive.
If he had 2 hooks, he could go for the Suluev stretch, but with one hook, there's no stretch there. There's the only thing I know to do from here is kick your left leg over and try to sweep.
Yeah, very fair. I mean, he's on the verge of falling off right now. His head's
and he's still throwing right hands in the process. He's like, I'm going to punch you all the way out.
You got to stay busy.
So does that do it?
It might. I think split decision for sure.
There should never be a split decision.
Yeah.
Should there?
I'm just saying the way the judges score.
Go one more.
Hey, do you know you can actually have 5 judges as well?
We should start doing that.
Why
More
not?
judges, the better.
Actually, in the rules, you can actually have 5 judges.
I'm with that.
I would just make things more confusing. It would just give Bruce Buffer more face time.
That's fair.
He would not complain.
Read the cards,
He'd be
100%.
like, yes, put me up there more. I love it.
You know what, though? It's like more people, they're more likely to get it right than they are wrong.
The wisdom of crowds.
Right.
Let the crowds have it. Do the voting option again, the phone polls. Let them be like 1%.
That would suck to have my paycheck determined on.
Yeah, right. Basically, when it's like
on crowd support,
it's a popularity contest.
I don't want you to win.
Much like the presidential election, it's just a popularity contest.
I think that's how boxing scored, actually.
most cheers.
I think for boxing, I think there's still rock, paper, scissors.
That's fair.
You know, I'm pretty impressed with Gary, like the way he made the transition to really work on the ground and go after the ground. And he did a good job.
He was in a great gym to do it, but I mean, I'm impressed with Michael Venom Page. I thought he looked great this fight as well. And I thought, he doesn't have long, if we're being honest, right? But maybe he's got a run in him.
Yeah, I mean, we got some fun fights in him at a minimum.
I forgot about the whole age thing,
You know what, those point fighters, like Wonder Boy, who's 40 now,
they can do it. They don't take a lot of damage.
They can fight a lot longer.
Yeah. Unanimous decision. And still undefeated.
Wow.
Still undefeated. Now, did that rocket to status?
I guess he got the first and third.
Yeah.
That's got to rocket that status a little bit.
Look, Venom Page lost, and Ian Gary is really 6'3", now that I'm seeing the two of it stand next together. But I still want to see Michael Venom Page fight.
Yeah.
I'm excited by what he did there.
Yeah, we have to see.
We just need him having the fun fights. Like, we don't want him fighting Shavkat.
No,
we want him fighting the other strikers.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Jeff Neal.
Have to figure that one out. So we have now coming up, though, Mayra Buena Silva and Macy Chasson.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes people that fight each other don't like each other. Like this fight coming up. These women do not like each other.
They don't?
They do not. They do not.
I think it's more surprising when people do like each other and they fight.
Yeah.
I think from the fans' perspective, they're like, oh, you must hate this person you're fighting. You're like, well, I don't really care.
I don't care at all.
Yeah, this is a name on a piece of paper right now.
Complete sociopath to me. I don't care whether you die. That's your problem.
As long as you get paid.
There he is. Who's next? He's unbeatable. I can't be beaten.
Hey, I'm just noticing that our TVs are like a half a second behind their TVs.
The delay? The delay?
Slight delay.
100%. 100%.
That half second is really messing me up. It's my excuse for everything that goes wrong tonight.
Oi, what a win, though. What a win right there. Chat. What a win. The grappling. I can't, again, great job. Tying him up. That's pretty crazy. So he went, how long was he down there?
I don't know, but he's been down there a while, and I think he already spoke pretty fluent Portuguese. So, watching him, he's down there just playing football proper, eating acai bowls, and speaking the Portuguese fluently.
And going after the ground when he needs to, getting the wins when he has to, and that was all right there. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to see from him. Is like you got to see the grappling.
Round out his game, yeah.
Got to be more well-rounded if you're working for that belt, which is making his way up there for sure.
I mean, that was 7, right? So they'll probably move up from there. I know Michael Venom Page wasn't ranked as high,
but still.
Chase, stop eating. You have to make weight. You got to make weight. You got to make weight again. You ain't got to make weight in a minute. Pantoja, looking at the crowd here. Let me see this. I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at chat here for a minute, at least the Twitch side. Did you look at the YouTube? Oh, we got Uriah Faber. All right.
Yeah. Looks a little older than usual. Respectfully.
Seriously, watch yourself. The California kid.
I love Uriah.
California senior citizen up in the house.
What is that? Who does Chase want next?
I've stopped trying to pick at this point. Every time I've asked for guys, they're like, how about this guy instead? So I'll take anybody within reason. Within reason.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I don't get an option, so stop trying to pick.
I love it. Man, the one thing is this. Look at this. Oh, with the video game. I like. Oh, did you see? Look at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Was that you?
Yeah, it was me.
Yes, sir. I was like, wait, was that you?
Wait a minute.
Big overhand left, removing people from their consciousness.
Evidently, they gave me the godlike stats.
Big love.
They gave me the godlike stats. It's awesome to be able to go on the YouTube and listen and see people that are breaking down the fight, and it cracks me up. Like, he's got godlike stats. This guy. Oh, yeah, they remember the old Little Evil. I like that. Ooh, Noche UFC. That was one.
Oh, wow. I didn't
like
see
the way
this.
that looks.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard it was a big deal. I don't have social media.
Fair enough.
Or media, or the newspapers,
Oh, yeah?
or talk about life outside of fighting. So I don't really know these things.
I don't know much. I mean, if I'm not playing video games,
Yeah.
coaching has become the big thing. Coaching wrestling, and
Yeah.
I've become the strength and conditioning coach, stuff like that. My son, and so that's just been every day. Playing some games, and then Fridays and Saturdays. That's the one thing I'm kind of missing. I love that we're doing this live, but normally on Fridays we watch fights of fighters fighting. You know what I mean? In the pay-per-view fight and stuff like that. So you kind of get a handle of, you get to watch one of their fights and break things down like that. But I really like the way this is setting up. This is, like I said, this has been pretty cool.
I went there and got stem cells.
How'd it work?
Pretty good in my left shoulder. The right shoulder was too far gone, but they were free, so why not? But it worked pretty well on my left shoulder. But then I was actually training, and I got it knocked in the, so I'd just go down again.
It sent right back.
But I
sent it right back?
I had 9 good months, though.
It's not too bad.
So
And then you got the feeling
10
froggy.
good months, and then, and then I did that stuff, where, like, people punch you, and you punch them, that stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that well anymore these days, that was one thing. Getting there and trying to just wrestle around, and they wrestle back. I'm like, it's a lot. I want to see these two.
Chasson on The Ultimate Fighter, she absolutely blew me away. I thought this girl's going to be the next thing, but she's had some roadblock.
They're switching me out for Mr. Jason Anik here.
All right.
So enjoy that.
Okay.
Great company.
All right. Hey, thank you so much, brother. Always
It's
a pleasure.
been a lot of fun, young man. We'll see you later on.
Come visit us at the
You'll be back?
Performance Institute.
Be back, rotating people in. I like it. How you doing? Yo, what up, man?
What up, boys?
Hey.
What's happening?
How you
brother?
doing?
We live, gentlemen? What's going on?
We are live.
What's happening?
100% live.
FG?
Good.
Never worked with you
Energy.
before. I know you've
Yeah,
had to work with my brother,
I know.
unfortunately.
Hey, I'm getting it rounded out. I feel better now.
I like it. So we had the Howlerhead flowing all day, yesterday, today, at the UFC Expo. We
Yes.
looked like we got soft drinks up here, some waters up here.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
There could be a howler. Someone put
Hey,
it
we'll
down.
find a way. No,
Howlerhead.
I'm just
Nobody's
ruffling
giving-
feathers out of the gate up here.
But nobody
Yeah.
throws a howlerhead my direction. Not once, not ever. I'm not, I don't drink, but I will have it right here.
Yeah, I hear you. So-
I don't really drink either, but
Hey, it's
Howlerhead's
cool. Hey, that's all right.
delicious.
So
He's the drink for all of us. Go
yeah,
ahead.
exactly. I was drinking for everybody because Chase Hooper, we were doing the show yesterday, spinning the wheel. One of the punishments was host takes a shot. As soon as it starts, Chase didn't want anything to do with that, so I was like, I got you.
You were 5 in before the.
Yeah, no, I had 4 shots yesterday walking around
And you're
feeling.
like, Chase, play better. Come on, Chase.
So you
spin
guys
the
might have
wheel
touched
better.
on it, but
Yes.
the right decision there, you believe?
That's a good question. Third round, was that effective grappling?
That's the question.
That he was just kind of holding on to the back.
It was interpreted as effective grappling. He was, in essence, neutralizing his opponent. So I can make a case that it was the right decision. First round, really easy to score.
I agree.
Second round, really easy to score.
Yep.
Third
round, sitting on that back. That's why I was like, do you want to have him on his back, on your back, at the end there? Even though he was controlling, I'm surprised he stayed on. Go ahead.
At 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I said, hey, Ian Gary's down. He needs to do something. And he landed a couple shots. He got the back, and he held the back for, the last minute of the fight. So,
No, and I love MVP. It's electric. I love watching him perform. But I'm a UFC guy, and this kid, Ian Gary, I like how they built him up. The fight IQ, this kid always seems to know what to do in there. So it's nice for me when I see a kid on championship trajectory to not necessarily get taken off of it.
He took it that way. I mean, the way that he fought that time, like I said, dropping to the ground, going after the heel, stuff like that. He changed up his game. You're not used to seeing that a lot, He stayed patient, and then he got a little more aggressive on the last one, towards the last round, started moving forward. I like him. He's starting to win me over a little bit.
yeah, I mean, if you move to Brazil and you don't do a little of that Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I don't know what you've done. You've made bad life choices.
Yeah, Damian Maya.
If that guy's cornering you, again, your jiu-jitsu is just 10% better.
No doubt.
And I like the ability, the willingness to make those changes to, to improve. on the fight coming up. Is this at 35?
This is definitely a 35.
All right. Okay. So we got Macy Chasson in and ready. Wait for Mayra Buena Silva. Sit here and mess with chat for 2 seconds.
One in doubt, just always assume the person going second is going to win just because they're the favorite. But I wouldn't do that in this fight. I definitely wouldn't do that in this fight.
Yeah, I hear that.
Just
She looks
based
serious.
just based on Silva's nickname. That's a great nickname.
Yep.
Shitara. That's solid. Yeah.
What is that? Shitara. That sounds good.
Shitara.
I like it.
No, I think it's just like
Like chiwi, just a word.
Yeah.
Chee-wee-wee. Don't get it. I have somebody doing
like,
that at the room the other day. Chee-wee-wee. I'm like, no.
What
got
is
the Rosas.
Chee-wee-wee?
That's Rosas Jr. I remember he grabbed the mic and he just yelled out the chee-wee-wee, and it's...
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, Rosas Jr. I guess he gets on the mic and he says chiwi when he wins, but it's a word he and his friend made up.
Made up something
right,
like
and
that.
that's basically
and
it.
it's stuck. I had these kids going
all
around
right.
saying that, and I'm just like, I can't get it away from
Wow.
it.
But you can make up words like my brother,
He's
John
creating
Anik.
culture. I love it.
So I have John saved in my phone as Chost. That's a made-up word,
Chost.
chubby host. Because back in the day, watching on ESPN,
Yeah.
little chubby, right? Chubby host. That's what I call him, right? It's a made-up word.
Chost.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah,
Call him
but
Chost.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But he's not anymore.
No.
He's the slowest. He's the slim host.
So she's 3-1, 1-0 contest, last 5 fights. Okay. Second
One of those
highest
fights
submission
was for the
attempt.
belt. She lost, but it was a good fight.
Yep.
She looks, look at somber. She just kind of, look at her. Okay, now she got a smile.
Her emotions always fascinate me. Last fight on the scale, very emotional. She's tough to figure out for me.
She looks in the fight sometimes, like in the corner. She looks like she absolutely wants to quit and does not want to be there. And then she goes out and just keeps fighting. But in her last fight, she just looked like she was just going to die of exhaustion between every round. And, it changed nothing. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but her red fingernails are very similar to the red on her gloves.
How did you see that? That's crazy.
Look, you got to
All right.
notice these things.
You have me beat. I spend time. I'm always looking around in the crowd and always seeing this stuff and notice some of the wildest things. I did not even look at the nails. Beautiful. Number 3.
Look at that reach. Tell us about that reach. That's a lot of reach.
72-inch reach advantage for Macy. Number 7 ranked. 5'11". Oh, so Buena Silva's 5'6". Macy's 5'11".
Yeah, she's a large human.
Okay. Both 32 years old. 6'6.5" for Buena Silva. Oh, we got range.
Both
I
with
like
10
this jacket.
wins.
Well, I didn't realize this.
10 wins, 3 losses. She stands 5'11" tall. Weighed in at 135.
The odds makers don't know who's going to win either. Pick them.
Negative 115.
Presenting the number 7 ranked UFC bantamweight contender.
Have to see what happens. All right.
And now, introducing your opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a striker, holding a professional record, 10 wins, 3 losses.
Got that serious look on her face now.
No contest. She stands 5'6" inches tall.
5'6". Wait, she's a 105?
Yeah, so just a slight
Slight underdog, minus 105.
Wait, no, she's a slight favorite. The
Favorite.
other girl's
The other
minus
one's
There's
115.
minus 115, so that's 115 to lay 100. And
Oh,
minus
so
105,
it's-
so slight, minus 105, slight dog, still pay a little juice.
That's why I love it. All right.
Been gambling since it was not legal.
Okay.
Wait.
I like that.
Was my
Wait,
hip win
wouldn't 115,
So-
wouldn't that give you the higher
So it's
return?
basically a pick-em fight. If
Right,
it's
yeah,
totally even, both are minus 110.
Right.
So if you're minus 115, very slightly favored, minus 105. The next step would be minus 120, even money for the
Okay.
coming back.
Yeah.
Coming back. Whatever the number is, the bigger the number, the bigger the favorite. So minus 115. Was Maida Buena Silva favored against Raquel Pennington? I feel like she was. Maybe I'm imagining things
I don't know.
in the championship fight.
That would be. I think that would be more in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, you're right.
But Macy's already up on her wheels, moving a little
Yeah,
side to
yeah.
side. Buena's trying to walk her down.
This is the way both of them usually fight, you know?
Oh, she went in for a stiff left hand. Buena caught that elbow. I like that.
Yeah, Buena's first rounds are definitely her best. This is only a 3-round fight. Chasson, she usually got a pretty good gas tank. Southpaw, the kicks to the body will take the gas tank away.
She made sure to spin that one out, try to land it with that lead right. So she's just kind of sitting back, waiting. Buena steps in, try to lunge in. Macy lunge in with the punch.
Well, she's kind of wading in, you know, is Silva, Buena Silva, you know. She's
Buena,
kinda
yeah.
easing her way in there.
Macy sitting back. And I like that she, spin it off.
Yeah, don't reach for the low kicks if you can help it, though.
Feeling out process.
Hey, don't call this fight boring. Jeez. No, the first minute of the fight.
I'm just saying the feeling out
hardest.
process.
No,
You got to
yeah,
do it that
absolutely,
first minute.
And Chasaw, I'd like
Oh.
to see. Ooh, nice
We had
little
a
head kick.
left and a left hook for Buena Silva. Left to the head, left to the hook. She's going to try to lock up the body. Throws an elbow up top. Buena
Nice.
Silva.
Good head position, yeah. Doing everything right at this moment.
Macy does a good job of off the cage and reverses her.
Let's see if she tries to jockey for position here or pulls out.
Step
No,
back.
she's gonna make it a grappling affair. She's got great knees from the clinch too. Does Chasson. You see how I said that? Chasson.
Said it well.
Oh! We had an up
What?
kick and a spinning back kick by Buena Silva that landed. Macy eats it.
It's funny, Macy with that big reach, you know, still can't quite make contact. Again, it was like 7 inches reach. Again, that's wingspan, so it's not one arm, but still.
Right.
So it's not technically reach. But they won't change it for me. They need to.
Buena Silva doing a good job picking her spots. Seems like makes a lot of impact when she does. There it is.
Right.
Nice jab. But Buena Silva, you know, coming off a championship fight, getting back into that camp, facing the number 7, big pressure fight.
Good
for her,
right
you know?
hand, ripping body shots. When she gets inside on Macy, hooks that head, throws the knee, try to throw that elbow and a kick to the head. And she's just going to go after it right here. Dominating in this clinch, looking to try to trip her down.
And then at the end of the day, that's what she really loves, that top position.
She just got extra aggressive right there, yeah?
And you know, this is the story of her career. The first and at least the first half of the second round, this is how she fights. So if you're Chasson, you better have a good gas tank and you better have a good game plan for the next rounds.
Trying to get inside and fight in close. Back
Yeah.
against Fancy. I like that when she starts Buena's ripping those body
She's
shots.
throwing a couple knees, but she's not throwing the knees. Chasson isn't with any, you know, vigor.
Yeah.
But she landed a couple punches, but again, she didn't put a ton on her.
Now she's grabbing that and stuffing those uppercuts. Oh, she tried to step in for a
Nice.
takedown.
Yeah,
Macy
yeah.
denied
Off the
it.
knee, that was nice. Yeah, good hips by Chasson.
Working to try to push forward. I like that. Buena just holding on to the head. Both of them just staying locked. One hand on the head of each one, trying to throw knees and uppercuts on each other.
And it's actually the 5'6" athlete landing
Oy.
better knees than the 5'11" athlete. There we go.
Oh, Macy unloaded about a 5-punch combo when Buena gave her the distance.
Well,
Buena coming
that's
back.
what Macy needs to do. You see, when they're at range, Buena Silva's going to win that war. But if she could stay at distance like she did on that one combination, she can really use that reach and, you know, win. And again, the knees in the clinch, I love that if you're Chasson. Oh, nice.
Able to back her up against the cage with those knees. Gets inside and gets the full plumb, try to throw a few more knees. She's looking like she's starting to win this a little bit. Oh.
Again, though.
Oh, Buena
again,
Silva
though,
with that lead hook, right hand, drops down for a double leg.
Silva's, you know, from what we've seen, she definitely has more power in her hands.
No doubt.
Now she's got to push up against the cage, see if she can get this takedown. She's
Hey,
wearing
take it
herself
easy,
out.
gents. We're all trying to rest right here. Everybody's just resting. We're trying to rest. Try not to get Kimura. 20 seconds left.
We got
Nice.
short time. Let's just make sure we just hold this position.
Yeah, nobody's
Reached up
getting
too high?
nobody. Somebody's gonna 10 seconds. Somebody's gonna knee somebody here, or not. We're just gonna rest. We're just gonna hold.
Good first round.
Hard round to
competitive.
score though, right?
Yep.
Do you give it to Buena Silva for the impactful strikes? I felt like she had the more impactful strikes.
Agreed.
she was the aggressor. She landed some good combinations. Macy had that one moment, though, like you said, when she got that distance, was able to throw that combination.
Yep.
But hey, you remember what effective aggression is only, that is the second criteria. So unless there's effective striking and grappling is absolutely even, you don't move to the second criteria.
Yeah.
And I feel like Silva probably won with that beautiful heel
I
kick
like that
that's shown
spinning.
highlight.
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. Fortunately, it was the ball of the foot, not the heel of the foot. That's why Chesson is going to fight a second round.
Oh, look at that. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Good
beautiful.
kick.
But even when Chasson had that flurry, it didn't look like it impacted Maida Buena Silva much.
No, it didn't. The thing that seems to impact Silva the most is conditioning. Is just, look, she's a powerful athlete, powerful woman, and you can tell it takes its toll on you. Like, I've never been I used to compare myself to Rumble Johnson. I was never that tired because I never generated that much force ever. So how could I be that tired?
Here we
All
go,
right,
round
here we
2.
go. And this is, I think, the pace. If you're Chesson, you have to fight. But at the same time, you can't be in a firefight with Silva because she does have heavier hands.
She steps in and gets the takedown right there, ends up in the guard of Buena Silva.
Look, I haven't done my homework, but going for that triangle, nice.
She thought about it for a minute, didn't she?
But she seems sometimes, she's definitely great at jiu-jitsu, but she seems looking for the armbar. She seems too happy to relinquish and go to guard.
Oh,
right?
we got a cut. Silva's cut
Oh, bad.
on the right.
And if there's somewhere you
Above the
don't
right
want to
eye.
be cut, that's on the bottom, right? Because then it just pulls in your face. On the top, it's not so bad because then it falls in their face.
Right above the
Yeah, it's above.
eyebrow.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be a fight stopper because it is far enough above. It's actually, more the forehead. And
but now she's trying to spin
get
out
that
the
right arm
armbar.
out.
She's going
Oh,
for
get
armbar.
that right arm out. Chesson needs to. Oh, no, she's got it now. Now
Buena
she's
Silva's
just
got the arm.
4 minutes left in round
Can she
2.
keep it?
and
Can
she's
she
got
keep her
that
balled
armbar.
up enough? Macy trying to get that elbow out.
Can she stay there long enough to just exhaust Silva? So again, this is exhausting if you're Buena Silva, and she gives it up because it was exhausting.
She's able to get back inside that, get inside the guard. It's close for a moment.
And then they're showing a replay of that beautiful elbow that Chesson landed. Again, look, I'm not a cheater or anything, but if I'm throwing up kicks and they accidentally hit you in the head,
You should have got out of the way.
I'm not, it was an accident. These things happen.
As long as you say my bad, right? Sorry, my bad, my bad.
Oh, jeez. Well, why'd you put your head there, boss? I was just trying
does this speak to the cardio you're talking about when she likes being in guard, or she believe? Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Now we're up.
So what she did there in the slow getup, doctor's
gonna
going to
check
look
the
at the
cut.
cut. Doctor's going to look at the cut. This definitely favors Buena Silva over
Right.
Chesson. This is an advantage to her. And look, this is a legal technique. So the doctor, that is worse than we thought it was.
It's coming out of there. It's
That
coming out of there pretty bad. Dropping all over the eye. It's another eyebrow right above.
And you can tell. I see your.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
we're
that's
done
probably
here.
gonna
That's
be
it.
the-
No,
We're done. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're done.
that's it.
Oh, Silva
No,
says
that's-
she's not done, but we're done here.
No,
that's a good.
there's-
That is a good job by the doctor
got
for
to.
protecting the athlete.
got to.
Yeah,
That
that's
You got to.
that's a big hole just
Yeah.
above the eyebrow.
Hey, look, it is what it is. Here's the other thing too. There's 3 minutes to go in the round, and they cannot treat the cut. Right? That would be unfair. They can't treat the cut. So she'd have to fight another 3 minutes
Look
and
at
2
how it's
seconds
running.
with that.
Look how it's running all over. She's mad. Wants to.
You know what? But stuff happens in the octagon, and that's a W. Buena Silva tried to take her down in the first round 3 times, couldn't do it. Chesson took her down once, blasted her with an elbow. That's how it happens.
She gets it with the size, and that's how it works. Look, she
And
mad.
then,
She ran straight over to Dana.
She is going to get blood all over those nice gentleman shirts. They are trying to, Ari, he's trying to get back out of the way. Ari's old roommate from college, the movie guy, I forget his name. They're like, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that might be the worst cut I've seen since Marvin Eastman and
Oh,
Remember how
Eastman
bad that was? I
Victor,
know you were
yeah.
going to throw out
Yeah.
some big one like that, too. That was
a
big
good one.
That was a big cut. I mean, I can't see when she's standing up. It's literally running down into her face.
That's a great.
And like I said, the heartbeat's going. It's just getting worse.
And Eastman did the same thing. He protested the stoppage of that. And this is when cell phones were in their infancy. Somebody took a cell phone, a picture of it, hit the cut with his cell phone, and showed Eastman the picture of the cut on the cell phone. And he said, Oh,
Okay,
yeah, that is pretty
I
bad.
can see. Yeah, you look
That
at
is
it
pretty
like
bad.
it's
Now
not
you
that
say
bad,
it.
but I'll tell you what,
It's fine. It's fine.
100%. Look at the way she got that elbow pushed down in the face.
Oh,
She's
you
smiling.
said
Look
smile.
at her face.
Oh,
Smile. She ripped that elbow.
Chessa knew it. She was
Popped up,
fired
looked
up.
at her, and started smiling.
Smiling. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Grabbing that wrist. Look, right over the top. Good elbow.
This is the main business.
Look at her.
Looks like she says something, too.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't. Yeah.
That's that's going to be stitches on 2 layers. Hey,
Yeah.
but for the real, so they won't be able to do those here in the arena. A lot of stitches they do here, they'll send her off to I forget where they send them, and get a plastic surgeon on that. Again, you don't want to open that up. That can damage your career, cut like that.
You want to make sure you let that thing heal. Man, what an elbow. What an elbow. What was it just? She's just bigger, more powerful. Once you got in the guard like that.
And again, too, we talked about the arm length. The length of your humerus matters when it comes to elbowing.
I believe it.
John
See, I
Jones
love
so good
that.
with elbows. Yeah,
I love that.
that's why that's why we're crummy at elbows. And you grew up fighting in Pride in too many shows where there's no elbows because they didn't want blood in Japan.
100%. 100%. Knees and kicks, though. Knees and kicks.
Well, those don't make you bleed.
Look at that. How they she's mad, but like that. Yeah, there's no way you're going to stop that. 3 minutes left.
She's mad because, this is getting mad business. And Chase saw let her know.
I've got an elbow for you.
Yeah.
Took the position.
Gave her, smiling at her, talking to her a little bit. Joe, ask her what she said. Ask her what she said.
Yeah, right?
I hate other people's blood on me. My blood happens.
Yeah, no. You don't mind your own blood? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, I don't mind bleeding my own blood. It's all right. It's sterile.
It's theirs, though. Theirs grosses you out.
I don't want other people's blood on me. I know where I've been. I don't know where you've been.
Oh, man. Just like, could you imagine, just the idea of landing like your ear hole or landing on your face?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dang it. Forrest, that's nasty. That's just nasty. But that was a big elbow. Macy. Grab that wrist. I like it. Just on the wrist. Boom.
Great job. She does.
I've been training for 2 years straight, not knowing if I was going to fight again.
2 years straight, not knowing she's going to fight again.
What else did it do other than train, though? What are you going to do? Got a job? Might as well train.
Train, get after it. Just.
This is my life. I dedicate my entire life to this.
I love it. Good elbow. GG.
That's how you get here. You dedicate your entire life to it. That's how you end up.
Anthony
UFC
Smith
303.
and say UFC 303.
coming up?
Is that already here?
What's up?
This is going.
It's already here. It's going quick. West Coast, baby.
This
What's
is already.
happening?
This
So
is
I think
already,
they're
There's
kicking
just
me off.
3
I
more
think the
fights
set's
left?
about to get a lot better looking. I think Pearl Gonzalez is going to take my seat and
Okay.
get things a little better looking.
Oh,
I
what?
appreciate being up here with you boys.
But the
great.
handsome
I'll tell you what,
voice of
You
wisdom
should
was
come
beautiful.
back. You should
Dude.
come back, and when you come
You'd
back,
stand
you
behind
bring the
us.
howler head.
right? I will say, though, I'm so impressed with Chasson there for real. Like,
Yeah.
she took a lot of
No,
tough shots in the
Yeah.
first round and defensively was in good shape.
Little cowboy. Oh,
There he is.
Charles
Him.
Oliveira. All right.
He
little
just
Carl-
came from the club in Miami.
Yeah, right?
Oh, he's like, I was so close to fighting on this card, Chandler.
There he is. There he is.
All right. Hey, he loves Las Vegas.
You know
Justin
he's never
Gaethje,
been a
big
street
red-
fight in his life.
Huh?
You know Gaethje never been in a fight in his life on the streets.
I've heard him say that. Yeah.
Really?
Interesting. I just heard that recently. All right.
That's impressive.
Well, that's good because he
Flying
would hurt people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He would hurt
Could you
people.
imagine?
You would look at him and you wouldn't think, yeah, I could probably. And then he hits you with those things.
Right.
And then you're just like, why is life happening
Right.
to me like this?
7
Roman
first round
Dolidze,
finishes
there's
for
a guy.
Dolidze.
Yeah, there's a guy that actually pretty decent off his back for male jiu-jitsu.
So, you guys being fighters, Dan Ige, like, I don't know, maybe he heard
The
late
man.
morning, but what I would love to know
The man.
what time of day this first crossed his way.
That's what I'm saying.
And where, I believe that he went to sleep last night not probably knowing. There's been a lot of noise with this matchup, but I believe there was new news today. I do believe
So
this
he
happened
knew,
today.
but no, it happened today. But did he not know until today? Or did he know like this might be coming
That's what I want to know.
I
wonder
don't
if they.
think so.
I don't think
Either
so
way,
either.
you a manimal
Yeah,
for
it
doing this
doesn't
for
matter.
You know, with
2
Ortiz.
days.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then, you know, Diego, it's a tough situation for him,
That's
too.
what I mean. And then
Oh,
Diego on the
fighting
other side, like,
a
what do I got?
different guy.
I got a hard-hitting, hungry guy that's taking this
Oh,
fight on
I
2
got
days' notice
the
with nothing to
opposite
lose.
of what I trade
Right,
for.
exactly.
Right.
With nothing to lose. That's going to come out and swing
Well, and
like
also
dynamite.
in this sport, right? It's like everyone, you know, they talk about preparing for a fight, but I could get caught, right? Well, it's like, yeah, Dan Igue's caught some people.
He
before,
catches
you
people.
They
know?
don't call
That's
him
what he
50K
does.
for no
There's
reason,
a
right?
reason why he goes
Yeah.
after those things, and this is a big bonus. And he shows up, and he's going to be
And
like
look.
500,000 K,
Bro.
Ige.
Yeah.
But
He,
I'm sure we'll find out. But either way, the dude
Well-
taking it, I'm wondering if Eric Nixick's around.
That's my
Coach
point.
comes,
That's
you know?
what I'm saying. It's crazy to come in and do something like he showed up today and had like, I'm gonna go and watch my fights. Oh, hey, you know what? Nah, we're gonna put you down here. Why? He goes, I think you're gonna fight.
You know, and we were just talking, like, we've actually done stuff like this when it was for hundreds of dollars, when there was nothing on the line, when it was, you know, to think about, here's a guy with rankings. You know,
Right.
here's a guy with everything to lose doing this. You know, we all always love Dan Ige, and it speaks to his professionalism, right?
No doubt.
I'm always in shape. I'm always ready. I'm not out drinking and partying. I treat my body like my temple. It's my tool. You know, it keeps the tool sharp, baby.
No
I
doubt.
love it. I love it. And Lopez going, I just want to fight. I mean, we already had the weight thing. You know,
I
one
already
time,
trained for 10 weeks. Might as
and
well
one
do
time we're gonna be at
something.
No
45,
doubt.
but I gotta go 55. Fine. Now I'm not fighting. I'm gonna get you a new opponent. Fine.
So
Like,
Ige, though,
just
but
fight me.
Yeah, they're not unsimilar sizes, though. You
Right,
know?
right.
So I think it's actually, I would say Ortega's probably a bigger, longer guy than Ige, right? Ige is a little more compact, probably has more power.
Yep.
But, you know, again, as I think about it, it's a different set of problems.
Bossman just took
Different
care of
set
me
of
with the
problems.
Howlerhead. I think he liked my performance enhanced a little bit earlier today. I can't wait to find out what happened with this Ige stuff. I mean, the mentality, no matter, yeah, he's a dog, blah, blah, but like, where's your mindset? Playing with a little kid on the floor this morning, probably.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
then-
saying.
I mean,
It's
how do you
just-
get
it's
your
mind-blowing to me.
how do you get your mind? What would, I mean,
You got to be a natural born savage. That's just what I mean. You just got to be a natural born. Like, I love what I do. Like you said, like I'm always training.
yeah.
I'm always doing this. Now I get to go out there, and you really got to love the crowd and love that live side of it, because there's a lot that you know what I mean, the accountability of doing it on a massive pay-per-view in front of a lot of people.
So for me, this would actually be ideal. Because the worst part of it is all the media BS that going, look, Ige
You
lives
just
here.
ducked
He
all of
lives
it,
here.
right? Yeah.
He didn't have to go to this. He didn't have to do that. He didn't, you know, he didn't have to
ducked
do
it
any
all.
of the BS, excuse my language.
He literally got to show up and
The
fight.
BS that is what sells the fight, that gets you paid to fight. But
amazing.
yeah,
Great
he
point.
didn't do any of that. He's just like, it's just the good part. Literally just the best part of it.
And
Fighting.
probably being paid 3 times as much, if not, I
Well,
mean,
and here's the thing. He didn't worry about the money.
wow.
He wanted to fight, figure the money out later.
No way.
That's what I mean. Just from the text that we
How
saw.
about that? How about that?
You know, yeah.
How
Hey,
about
look,
that?
look.
That's
The
it.
UFC gonna take care of him.
No doubt,
all right?
no doubt, no doubt.
That's a beautiful
They're
thing.
gonna take care of him, right?
He's like, I'm not
frankly,
worried.
so, hey,
Whatever. I'm just here.
yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'll
And when
fight.
you get that call, you should be more worried
Yeah.
about Diego Lopez in the bank account. So,
Oh, right.
100%. I
You know,
love it.
yeah, just, yeah. Every month, there's a new fight that's my favorite. Every month, a new athlete with the most inspiring story comes along. Every month, somebody does something that is transcendenally badass. And this is that for that month, you know?
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is
he
now
wins
taken-
biggest balls of the month club.
When you
for
had
this
the Max
month.
Holloway and Justin Gaethje
Yeah.
finish,
That's
but now
just-
we've got
yeah.
this coming in on a 303, coming in and
Day of.
just
Day
flexing.
of.
I'm doing this.
You know, since
Co-main event.
It's unbelievable.
Let's go.
since that Hamzat shakeup a couple years back
Yeah.
when Kevin fought, right, it feels kind of like that. But that was maybe day before, or right, I mean, day of.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, like you said,
Well,
I'm
that
getting
was,
ready
that,
to show
that was
up.
all
I'm
the
gonna
day
go watch.
before. That was all the night before.
So not far
So,
away.
I mean, you know,
That's
not that
insane.
much different. This is this is the best sport in the world. That's why.
I hear
this
you.
doesn't happen in regular sports.
No doubt. All right, boys. It's
All
been
right.
a pleasure.
Much love and
Sets getting
appreciation.
much
brother.
better looking, though.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
TJ.
Thank you,
Love
guys.
you, brother.
TJ's over here quietly. How you doing over there? You good? He's like,
I'm
don't
amazing.
make me talk. Good, my man. Everything going well?
Good to have you back.
Thank you. This
Oi.
is pretty effing cool here. Let me tell you
This
guys.
is.
My dad is rolling over in his grave right now, saying that I'm on the mic with you two right now.
Because your dad would have been old like us. He'd like, oh, it's
He
back in the
loved
day.
you guys.
Oh,
You were
that's awesome.
Jens. You were his favorite fighter.
I love it, appreciate it. Thank you.
You were, so he would be rolling
that's
over in his
very
grave.
cool.
I'm sitting here
I
with
love it.
Forrest, Griffin, and Jens Pulver. How cool.
I love it. We're gonna keep rotating. We're rotating people in. How's it been? How the fight's been for you so far?
Oh my goodness, that last one was insane. What a cut.
Man, the way that she just dominated, got in quick, and then she had that smile, broke that smile on her face. I like that she got aggressive. I think Buena Silva, being the small fighter, she did a good job of getting in fighting and
She's
really going
aggressive.
after it. Macy just
That's Buena Silva's MO, right? She starts very strong. She's got heavy hands, but she does get tired.
Right.
You know, she generates a lot of power, but you know, yeah, and she could, you know, she could just put stuff in that cut. Like you could see little mice sailing around in there. It was great. I don't know. I've never gotten grossed out by a cut before in my life.
No, I think there was one where you might see a forehead, and that'll do it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love to see a little skull bone, you know? A little skull bone in there. You know, and the thing is, like, the worst cuts you've seen, they really don't hurt you that much. You can actually start training reasonably in a couple weeks. So.
Right.
What gets me is when you see a knee go ways they're not supposed to go. That's what gets me, because I know from personal experience when that happens, you just lost a year of your life. You just lost two abilities to make money. You just lost your livelihood for a year. And you know, you're not going to come back the same ever. So,
right.
Very true.
And that's why it's okay to tap. And speaking of heel hooks, a guy that has great heel hooks, Roman Dolidze, also took this fight, 3 weeks notice?
So he has taken this one on shorter notice. Okay.
Maybe
He's one
2
of 8.
weeks. Well,
One of 8 Georgian fighters in UFC history.
This whole event, or this whole fight, was just madness.
Crazy.
This was Khalil and Jamal Hill.
Right.
Khalil out. Jamal Hill versus Anthony
Smith.
Now we've lost Hill. So then Roman comes in at 205, up a weight class to fight Anthony Smith.
That is awesome.
And you think about it, like Anthony Smith, probably the better boxer. Roman, although Anthony Smith is a high-level grappler and has competed in grappling, Roman's probably the better grappler, at least the more dangerous submission guy. Hey, that's a Thai coach there. The guy whose hat we're looking at, that's a Thai coach that lives in Vegas. Very good, you know, Lumpani champion, whatever. All the champions of the Thai, so that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love you. You have everything. He's got his last 3 wins by knockout.
I live in Vegas.
He finished 10 of 12 wins, 7 knockouts, 3
UFC
submissions.
every day?
Yes. So
4-1
it's
knockdown ratio.
I
He gets to see all this. He gets all of it.
I
He
go
knows
into
everything.
Syndicate. I go into Extreme Couture. So I got all the dirt.
That's how he knows everything. That's why I love listening to him.
There we see Eric Nixick. He would have been here anyway because he was coming for Dolidze. So it's a little bonus. He just cornered his dad down too, right? So it doesn't even change his day.
It doesn't change anything about him. All right.
But it is tough. I tell you, as a guy that's had to corner back to back for Eric Nixick, this is tough because Dan's the next fight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's got a corner 2 in a row. That's kind of a rough.
Back and forth, but you know they love that. They love that. He's getting his
They're
cardio
eating
in
this
today.
up, right? You're 100%. They're eating this up right now. Like, they're so pumped. That locker room's got to be insane.
You know, this is the longest I've ever seen Dolidze's hair in a fight, and I think that's just because he took it on short notice. Didn't really,
On
get
his
around.
back? The hair on his back?
Well, the hair on his back, too. He usually shaves that, too.
You absolutely threw that out there. I was looking, I was thinking it, but you said it. I love it. I was thinking it. Oh, yeah.
That's a real man. Hey, you know what does that? It's the cold plunge.
That what? It makes the
Makes
hair
your hair on the back.
Wasn't there a
Trying
story?
to keep you warm. Huh?
Are we saving this cold plunge story?
For the main event
For
story?
the main event?
Yeah, we'll save that story. We'll save
All right, you got to
story.
remember this, chat. There's going to be a main event story later that...
oh, wait. I think I love this song. Yep, I love this song.
I'll tell you
Jabouzi.
what.
This is my favorite.
Is it
my favorite
country?
artist right now.
Who's this? Is it a country?
Shabuzi, yeah.
Shabuzi.
Jelly Roll?
Oh, look
So,
at Jelly Roll. That's one of my favorite
Jelly Roll?
artists.
He put basically
him.
mumble rap, which I don't love, and country, which I also don't love, together, and he created something for no apparent reason I love. I have no idea.
It's amazing.
He took two varieties of music I don't love and made me love them.
Shabazi is his name?
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi. I gotta check this out.
Did two things you don't love and made it a right.
It sounds fire though. You hear the beat and then you got the country in the
It
back.
sounds fire. Look at you young people.
I love it. I love it.
This is a big fight for Anthony. I feel like he had such a spectacular performance in his last fight, in his last outing.
Well, all right, so he won that fight, right? But
Quick.
he took some shots early on, right? He was on the back foot for the majority of it in the
I
beginning,
feel
right?
like he won that one quick. I thought it was a quick. He was in and out of that one. In his last one.
Look what.
Use height and reach, dominate the grappling exchange, ride the momentum to his last underdog victory.
I would try to keep it standing.
Who did he fight? He fought a new guy coming in, and he did. He ended it
He
quickly.
smashed him, yeah. And that was at 205 as well, yeah, obviously.
It was on 300.
Who did he fight? No, it was in the Apex.
Who was it? Who did Anthony fight, chat? Who did Anthony fight?
Yeah.
His last
great
fight.
question.
That's what I'm trying to worry.
She's right, though. It was somebody new.
It was a newer guy. He's like, I'm not, or I'll be the gatekeeper. Remember that story he had going? How do you guys
Vitor
feel?
Ibieto. Was it Vitor Ibieto?
Oh,
The one
yeah,
who's not stopped
that
everybody?
dude, yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Oh,
he
Mud,
did.
he
He grappled him
finished
up.
him.
He grappled him up,
He finished
right?
him.
Vitor Petrino. Yeah.
How'd he win?
All right.
How'd he
Love
win?
you, chat. Love you, chat.
Thank you,
How'd he win?
guys.
How did he win, chat?
It was a submission for sure.
Anthony Smith
Yeah.
clocked that dude, whoever he was. Smith clocked, hit him. All right, we're waiting on him. Petrino, though, see, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Petrino's
both
he's a top
35.
prospect.
You know, they're both 35.
6'4".
They both, and they both have the same reach, 76 inches. But Delice, even though he is 35, he's relatively low mileage. He's not been doing combat sports that long.
Looks like he's embracing the moment, looking good. I literally thought he was,
You can tell he's torn his left bicep at some point.
So I have a question for you two. Do you like last minute fights? Did you like last minute fights?
I don't mind him.
Me neither.
If
you
you're
don't
in the
have time
gym
to be
training,
nervous, and you've been training. It's like, let's just fight instead of having 2 months to think about it.
and then
Think about it, exactly.
you didn't try to ramp up. You didn't try to overdo it. The worst thing you can do on a late notice fight is think that you're going to substantially increase your training.
Right.
It's too late.
Right.
Keep
right.
doing what you've been doing and then try to peak.
And just
You know, I
like
like when he's.
Smith
I
said.
like. I love that. I love that. Don't try to ramp it up because that's the first thing.
It
We're gonna
pops
start
in
running
you.
sprints.
You
and get
want to
after
do
it.
it.
Like,
Look, you want to do it
yeah.
as a fighter because, hey, hard work is what you derive confidence from, but don't do it.
Right.
I
Keep
love
doing
that.
what you've been doing. That's why you always need to be doing something.
I love that.
Sailing.
No, I love that.
Is this your water? Can I have a sip of your water?
Yeah, go to town.
I'll just waterfall it. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, you're golden. As long as you trust me, then there's more. First 30 seconds. Look at him, Anthony. Looking mad though. He's looking ready to go.
He looks like he has a chip on his shoulder.
100%.
How do you guys feel that he said if he wins this fight, I mean, it's changed, I think, since, but if he wins this fight, he should get a title shot?
I thought you said that when he was fighting Jamal Hill, though.
Fair.
Did he say that about this fight? He may have. I don't know these
I feel
things.
like he did. He said he feels he deserves to fight Alex next, and I love Anthony, but I think he just needs to pump the brakes a little bit.
Okay, well now if he was fighting Jamal and he would have won, he would have got it.
That's
So now he's like,
realistic.
okay, I'll
That's a good
take this
story.
fight on
Yeah.
short notice, but I still want that title shot.
Or
Yeah.
to fight Jamal Hill.
Or true. Because you just get that extra money when it's a title fight. Like, I want that title fight. Delice trying to kick the lead leg of.
Yeah, you know, it's a little southpaw orthodox action right here. Delice being the southpaw.
Anthony trying to land that right hand. Does he
I
have
tell
more
you-
ink on that leg?
He does. I'll tell you what, though. I didn't love Delice's striking in his last fight. I feel like his striking was worse in his last fight than it had been getting better, and then it seemed to get worse. And then
He's throwing that right leg to the calf of Anthony,
see,
which
what
isn't bothering
Delice
him.
doesn't know is that when you have that much tattoo on your leg, you're used to leg pain. You've adapted to the leg pain there. You're golden.
Look
So
at Anthony still
Delice
trying to
looks
fight him.
smaller. He does look like the smaller athlete.
Oh, he is. We got an 85er and a 205er.
Okay.
Fighting a 205, right?
Just throwing those leg kicks at each other.
And then look at Delice. He's gone back to orthodox now. So one literally made it 90 seconds southpaw. Let's see.
Get those feints in there,
Oh,
Anthony. Lands
nice
the right
right
hand.
hand.
Oi. Lands that right. Oh, Roman tries to come with that overhand right and left hook.
Yeah, which is a nice strategy. Maybe the shot after that would be even better, right?
I was going to say, he should have if he could have fallen into a takedown. I think he just hurt himself right there on that. Did he check that? Did he throw that calf kick? I think Anthony checked it.
It's a good way he moved on it, too. I would love to see him.
Ooh.
I would love to see Delice fake that kick and then throw a right hand because he's committed to that kick so much. And I feel like Smith is sipping back. He's looking for the right hand.
I do like his range that he's in, Anthony. But Delice I like his positioning. Although he's on the inside of the foot, he does have fairly good positioning, so he's able to get out of the way a lot of the strikes.
You know, he's got, in the stance, decent positioning, but his positioning in the octagon is pretty poor.
Yeah, fair.
Get off the fence. Get off the fence. Move around. Don't stand in front of the guy. You know, although this is the way Delice fights. All right, enough of that, guys. See, it's a fight. We're going to have fun later.
He's on that outer warning track, moving around, circling along the fence.
I feel like those leg kicks seem to be pretty effective, but they don't.
It's red.
Thus far, they haven't really. Well, I think that's the tattoo ink, though.
Is that? That's what I was wondering.
I'm just
it's
kidding.
red.
I have no idea.
Look, is it? No, you're right.
That's the tattoo. So that was genius on his part. Now you can't tell if you've damaged the leg because it already looks damaged.
Anthony trying to figure it out. Now, see, look at it. Every time that Roman comes forward, he's landing that right hand. I like to see that there. Throws the kick, and then he wants to step back. He just does not want to. How is Roman trying to get this to the ground? You know he wants to get it there, but he's being patient. Good calf kick.
That was a nice one.
Back and forth, but Smith, I think, landed was a little deeper. Roman getting on the outside. He's cool standing up. He's kind of moving on the outer track.
Yeah, I'd like to see, again, at range.
Feint your way, Anthony, right hand.
At range, at distance, Anthony's the better striker. His punches are a lot more accurate. Delice is throwing a lot of punches that have been a lot. It said they have the same reach, but it wouldn't have.
Ooh, he tried to sing a big right hand right there. Roman gets out of the way off that double jab.
Anthony just threw the fastball. He missed. But he threw the fastball.
I think Delice just tried to throw it back at him. He threw it back.
He caught it, threw it back at him. A little clash of heads there. And then.
Oh, left hand lands. I think
looked like it was more of a balanced thing.
Yeah.
Nice. That
left
was a
hand landed for Delice.
Short left click inside there. I do think that Anthony's demeanor has changed slightly. I mean, he came in looking really focused, and now he looks like he's trying to solve a puzzle here. And I think it's the positioning of Delice right now. He's got some.
Well, you know, Delice's only had success in the last 20 seconds, 30 seconds of this fight, right?
Okay.
Before that, I thought it was really mostly Anthony Smith. And now Delice's gone and made this a hard round to score.
His positioning as well. He's getting out of the way of that big right hand that Anthony is throwing. I think if Anthony can straighten it out a little bit more, he might find some more success with it.
With the right hand.
Yeah, straighten it. Just go a little straighter.
See, he's right there, right on front of there, trying to land that lead hook right there. Roman ducked underneath, trying to come out with the right, but a lackluster first round, a feeling out process, maybe.
I definitely didn't think. I've seen better, but I definitely didn't.
A lot of
think
respect given.
Yeah, it didn't warrant booing. I get to determine. Like they've left it up to me. I decide. We're not there yet.
You know, is it the one thing you think? Are you thinking like Anthony? Is he worried about the takedown? Like,
yes.
That's just keeping him. Obviously holding back on his punches, throwing maybe one or two. Make sure you're ready, always ready to be able to stop that takedown, stop that clinch.
I think he's trying to figure out why the right hand's not landing too. I mean, he's throwing it, he's putting a lot of emphasis on it, and it's not landing. And I think the way that Delice is exiting, he's exiting on this nice little angle, which is getting him right out of the way of that right hand.
I still think he may have lost that round, though. What do you think?
I do think so. I do think Delice lost that round.
Turns out fighting's hard. Like when the other guy doesn't want you to hit them, it's like so much harder than you think it would be.
Why is it this landing?
What a jerk, yeah.
Oi, tries to go right in there. Anthony gets the leg out of the way. No calf kick on that one.
Anthony actually came out initially as a southpaw. Roman.
Nice.
Oh, he tried to step with that calf kick, and Roman hits him with the 1-2.
Well, I don't think too much of that 1-2 landed, though.
The way that he reacted to it, it looked like it bounced him back a little bit.
See, again, and that's why the judging is, difficult. Because in my head, I thought he kind of was moving back anyway, but I'm wrong a lot. Really attacking the hell out of each other's lower legs.
Oh, tries to go with the big right hand. Delitze tries to go with the big right.
And if you're Delitze, I say, yeah, go with the big right hand. And then
momentum
follow
into
it up
a
with,
shot.
Follow, yes, big right hand. Follow it up with a big left hand. Just crash into the clinch.
Right.
Right there.
Right
Clinch,
there. Clinch,
that
all the way
is exactly
forward
what he
into
needed
the
to
guard.
do. And now you've got the guy giving you your feet.
Got him all curled up. He tried to kick him away. Now he jumps back on top.
Oh, those are big shots there.
Those are big shots, mostly on the guard.
He's doing a good, he's covering up a lot and working his way, getting back up to his feet.
He just needs to get some wrist control and just to get the feet on the ground.
Right.
If he could get the left on the left knee here. I don't know why he isn't on the left knee, honestly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's sitting on his butt.
Oh, well, Delitze's hand is why he's not on the left knee.
He's
now
got the hand. Delitze's going to try to take his back.
Yeah, some partial back control. Well, he's counting on the 2-on-1 wrist control to save him here in the fence.
He's keeping that elbow tucked. He can't get that leg in.
You think he's hurt here?
I was curious about that if he got hurt in the very beginning, just kind of the way he covered up and was looking to
I will say he does that a bit. That is
just like lets them
he
gas.
Well, not even like that, but he definitely overcovers whether he's hurt or not. Even on like close punches, he'll do that. Just put the helmet on, as they say.
Well, he's doing a good job of fighting hands right here. Roman's kind of just stuck, can't get a leg in, keeping those elbows in tight, no legs coming in.
But halfway through the round, who's winning the round? Without question, Roman Delitze's had the more impactful strikes. He's in the better position. This is pretty effective grappling. The one thing I'd like to see Delitze do is take his right knee and scrape that. Oh, no, it's gone now.
Now he's going to rip some right hands with that far wrist control.
What I'd like him to do is just keep punching.
It works.
Yeah,
right
there.
Just keep punching.
He's got great positioning here. Both feet on the canvas. Can move when he needs to. Not really doing much to control
this. The far side one-on-one wrist control that Delitze had is enough to hold him. And 2 minutes left. This is a long time to not work back to your feet.
And he's there. He's just got to put his toes into the canvas and
just
push
gotta,
up.
Again, just get up on the left knee and move up. I don't know why he doesn't do that.
Is he tired?
It would be totally easy for me to do. No problem.
Yeah, I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here.
There he goes. He's working. Now, maybe he just got Delitze has a lot more pressure than he looks like, pushing on his back shoulders.
Delitze would have already choked me out. I'd already be unconscious.
He's holding on to that hand. Anthony just holding on to that hand. The inability to get up, right?
Well, baseball grip it. Like, do something with it. Like, get up, turn into it. Try to push it away. There's strategies. There we go. There. Come on.
Looking to push up. Roman's just kind of.
Those are good
I think
body
he was afraid to maybe give his back up there for a second.
But he's losing the round.
For sure.
What are you going to take risk and potentially get up and try to fight, or are you going to, lose the round, just kind of allowing Delitze to dictate what's happening here?
Yeah,
it's been a long time. 3 minutes? He's almost holding this position right here, where he just stayed on one knee or both knees against the fence. Roman just kind of look. He can't get that leg in, which is Anthony's.
Good news
keeping that elbow from letting him do it.
It's probably a round apiece.
Yes, I can say it's 1-1. I think I agree with it.
Oh, was that
legal.
to the head?
That was legal. That was to the head, but it was like on his way down.
On his way down.
There's nothing. There was even if he was down, it was not something Delitze could have known he was doing.
Great round. Great
it's
adjustment
funny.
by Delitze.
Oh, there he goes. He gets free.
His knee was definitely down.
Anthony tried to step with the big right hand.
Nice.
Lead hook lands for
20
Roman.
seconds left. Come on.
Roman with that jab.
Anthony needs something big. What are you doing, Anthony?
He's just kind of covering up.
He's waiting for that right hand.
He's waiting for something, but there's only 8 seconds left, so.
Throw something. Stepping forward, going to try to throw a jab.
Low kick.
Nothing.
Nope.
Wow.
Probably not a 10-8 round, though, right?
No.
So it's funny, right? One guy has edged out a round, and one guy has dominated a round, and it's 9-9. Or, excuse me, one apiece.
He's tired.
He does look tired.
I don't know if something affected him, but it was a great adjustment made by Delitse coming from that first round.
Absolutely. Great point.
You know, closing the distance, not playing the outside game like he did in that first round. So great adjustments made here and keeping it tight. Not controlling too
legal.
much, not really utilizing too much energy to hold this dude down, just kind of sitting right where he needs to be and landing these big strikes.
He lands a good left hand. There might have been a couple of shots he
Yeah, it was
landed in there
definitely
when he
clean.
rushed forward.
Yeah, he definitely landed a couple clean ones. And again, this works in Ige's favor, right? If you've ever had a teammate fight on the card before you, there's just a better vibe in the locker room, especially if Eric's going to coach both of you. It's just a better,
I like that.
better vibe, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Here we are, one apiece. Somebody's got to do something.
I'm hoping Roman realized the aggressive, right? Stepping forward, Tony, he tried to throw that flurry of punches into the takedown.
You see how he listened to us.
Yep,
and then
he heard you.
Things started going his way.
It was all you, Forrest.
That's me. I had to tell him. I was like, hey, man.
Instead of they sit out here and just start kicking each other's calves for the first couple of minutes, just kind of thinking about what they're going to do. I don't know what Roman's with them hands. See, calf, boom.
Beautiful.
That leg's
nice
isn't gonna be feeling too hot for the next.
Oh, this guy.
Look at it. You can see he's playing, but look, he's toying. Boom, he kicks him again. All right.
All right. Too much smiling. Too much smiling.
They dab hands for a minute, clowned at him. See, like that, pushing forward, Roman, push forward. The thing is, Anthony's not really being aggressive at all.
No.
He's not cutting angles. He's not,
He's
not trying to land the big left hand, so now would be a big left hand. He's in southpaw.
Oh,
I wonder if he's in southpaw due to the damage on the lead leg.
True. Now he switches back to righty.
Everybody switches now, though, so you never know, which is why you switch, because you don't want the guy. Ooh, that hurt me. The oblique kick by Delitse, that hurt my knee. Fortunately, Anthony Smith is fine.
Oh, try to counter back with the right hand.
I mean, again, Anthony Smith. Yeah.
Is that two right hands that Roman just landed the overhand rights?
No,
it looks
he's
like
rolling. He's rolling with them.
He rolls with it, but it looks,
But I mean.
But the hook is getting closer. That right hand left hook right there, that's getting closer.
That one landed, not super impactful, but it landed. And again, we're looking at Anthony Smith throwing one punch at a time.
Right.
If he's punching, it's only one punch. One punch.
It
landed,
he
but
misses.
Ish. Yeah, it wasn't anything special for sure.
No, I'm saying I wish he would have. If he could somehow just land these things. That's the one thing is Anthony's just kind of one punch at a time.
And Pearl, that's what you said in the first round. The right hand is just out, just for Anthony Smith. It's just off distance. Out of the way.
He throws it big and over, and he's so long and lanky. The straighter he goes down the pipe, I just feel the more success he will find.
And I even like going loopy then going straight.
Yes. Kind of open the guard up.
Roman clowns a little bit, but it was still an effective strike by Smith there.
Trying to throw that jab. Roman's going to try to get on a single leg. No can do.
Now you can viscerally feel the momentum has switched. The energy is on Smith's side now.
Yes.
It's Delitse who looks tired. And it's Delitse whose back is on the fence. He's still landing a little bit, but would appear that, with 2 minutes left, this is a pretty decent fight, actually. Crowd's booing again.
As the crowd just starts booing. But
crowd's wrong a lot. Wisdom of the masses is not a thing.
Nice
beats a right hand there, Anthony.
So that's the thing that always bothered me about Delitse. He has a great chin. Why does he sometimes look fearful of being punched? He overreacts. Wow. They're showing the head strikes right now. This is crazy.
How many have the difference?
Yeah. I was surprised.
Anthony's still pushing forward.
I see what you're saying, though. He kind of puts his head down when he strikes at times. He puts his head down. That's probably the biggest.
Delitse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When they're throwing and when he's striking, he'll put his head down. He doesn't want to look.
He's got a very good chin, too.
Anthony just will not push forward. Won't go after this. There we go. Good jab. Roman steps in.
You saw Anthony threw the one straight punch and it landed, and it put Delitse off his rhythm.
He's having a hard time taking the lead here, and I mean, at this point, you got 1 minute.
You
Either
know,
guy
somebody's
can
gotta
still,
really do something.
steal this round right here.
Wow. Yeah.
I do like that. Roman moves out of the way.
This is why you condition so much, is because this minute is going to happen. You're going to be in this minute. There's going to be a last minute of the fight in every fight.
Well, we're at 30. Where is it?
30 seconds. Somebody show
Right,
us.
though, Anthony's just not
Show us what
pushing
you
forward.
got.
He's not. Look, they're just standing there shadow boxing right in front of each other, not really doing much. I don't know. Anthony just not pushing forward at all. Roman spins off a back kick, but
If Roman can do a few more big actions like
Yes.
that, I'm not sure he can't just go ahead and win this
It's
guy.
like a psh, psh, psh. That's all he. Psh, psh, psh.
just do a flurry. Do a flurry. Calf kicks.
Come on, guys. I believe in you.
Nope.
Hey,
I have
okay.
no idea who won that fight. Who won that fight, bro?
I think Delete
Say,
I think he put a little bit
finished.
more effort.
He finished the
in
third
that
round a
third.
little stronger.
Just a little bit
He,
more
he
effort.
started. He started the third round strong, and then he ended it strong.
3-0 unanimous. All right. Oh, no, I'm saying, looking at chat, the calf kicks. Roman win all 3 rounds? Anthony
No,
just
he
seemed like-
lost that first. That's what it said?
Some
No.
people had him winning
Oh.
the first round.
No, where?
I don't know. I don't think he won the first round
No, I
myself.
don't think so
It was
either.
very close, so I wouldn't argue too much. If you said Anthony Smith won the second round, I could see that. You didn't even bite on that one. You wouldn't even take me serious. She was like, nope, can't even listen to you right now.
See, this one. Did you want this water?
No, you can have it. Thank you.
Okay. There, chat.
I want to know what he's saying.
Curious
I have a
what's
minute
happening.
left. I have my minute. Give me another minute.
He said, fighting's very hard. I don't
It
know what happened.
is. It's so difficult. It
And
really
you,
is.
You really do feel
I
bad
just couldn't
too
get
when
going.
you have performances like that.
I just couldn't get off
And
that.
you
I
go
just couldn't
talk to
get
the
off.
boss, and you just say,
What do you say? I was unwilling to take risk. I was unwilling to step on the gas.
Just
I've
felt
had
flat.
those performances. I have fell flat, but man, he's had those performances before. I feel like you've got, you can learn from them. I know I have.
not me. I was always amazing.
You were.
Always
Always
amazing, my man. It is always amazing.
Except for when I wasn't. Let's see.
What? Let me see. What?
We should bet.
30-27
We
Smith?
We should
Okay.
bet on this. We should bet on this.
Who do you have?
I got Delete Say.
I got Delete
Delete Say. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, 29-28, 29-28, 30-27.
Yeah.
Roman Delitse.
The right guy won the fight.
I agree.
That's all that matters.
Roman, congratulations. I know you took this fight on very short notice and up a weight class. Did you feel it during the
Well, he likes it. He was happy with it. It
Yeah.
wasn't the worst thing.
I think he had a lot of challenges to overcome in this fight. He was the smaller fighter, the shorter fighter.
I'm just curious what was with Anthony. He's normally a lot more aggressive, and he just kind of again, are you worried about the takedown? Was there something you didn't want to get taken out? He fought like he was making
Scared
sure
to
it was
get
one
tired?
shot at a time and maybe scared to get tired. That would be, like you're holding on to something.
Hey,
I only want to throw
you
one or
still
two
got
shots.
tired.
But maybe that's why. I don't know.
Because he seemed like right here, just one shot at a time, one punch at a time, just kind of sitting back, trying to stay safe.
It's funny. The fall, Anthony Smith's fall, actually looked pretty dramatic. When you
Right.
look again, the
His
back
knee.
of his head actually hit the canvas on that. No, seriously, he just
It
fell
did, no,
awkward.
he
He hurt himself falling.
There was
He's
no
falling,
great fall.
and Roman Delitse won't let him up. That's what happened.
I love it. Now what next? So he goes,
I heard you want to die because this guy is very good. Hamza, I know he didn't make this time. I wish you recover fast. And I want to see him in middleweight. That'll be a fantastic fight. Congratulations.
all right. Oh, did he call somebody out?
I
Hamza.
don't know. Hamza.
Call that Hamza.
Oh, okay. Everybody wants the Hamzat. What is the Hamzat doing?
He's healing, isn't he?
Is he still healing?
Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
How long will it be, you think? So now,
Well, I mean, you know, just based on the 12 years I spent in medical school, I have no idea. Well, that, and I forgot to flunked out of nursing school, so.
I got
the best story in the world. I was in the grocery store dressed like a hobo, and I see another. Give her the belt. What a sweetie, huh?
Grasso.
So I was in my grocery store. It's in my Albertsons, actually, and I'm dressed like a hobo. And who do I see in their pajamas but Brandon Moreno?
Really?
We go to the same Albertsons around the same time every week.
No
and
way.
we both dress like hobos. It's my favorite thing on earth. It's my favorite thing on earth. I wish like somebody would just randomly be like, hey, there's just two more former champions in the checkout at Albertsons dressed like bums.
Look at Ige. Here he is getting
He
warmed
looks
up. Hey,
tough.
you fighting in the co-main event of
love this
303.
What gangsters?
Oh,
That's the word I
but
have
look
for these two. They're gangsters.
Yeah.
15
I love
first
these
round
guys.
finishes
Man.
Diego Lopez.
Hey, you know, on the real though,
Ah.
you know the commission has to take that chain off Diego. He doesn't want to take it off. He's like, are you sure I can't fight with it? Are you sure I
don't
can't
think I'll
fight with
lose
it?
I don't think I'll lose it.
It'll be okay.
It'll be
He's a
okay.
nice guy. He won't steal my chain.
Yep. 100%. It'll be all right. I'm going to let this out. I need this.
He definitely
I
wants
need
to
this.
fight with that.
You know, but that's, I'm going to do that 1 second. Oh, these chairs. Shake my knee real quick. Check it with chat. Let me see.
Shake your knee. You're going to shake your knee?
Ige going to choke him out. All right. Got Ige. I'll tell you what. I hope.
If Ige, hold on. Who's saying Ige is going to choke him out? If Ige chokes Diego out,
But Ige is the
then
bigger
he's hurt him first with the hands. That's the only
It'll
choke
be
I
how
look
he has
at.
him stunned.
Is
And then
Ige bigger than Diego Lopez?
I think they're both 45ers, right?
No, they're fighting at 60. Oh, is that why? Because
They're fighting 55.
65.
65. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they weighed in at he weighed in at 65.
Who?
That's how Ige did. That's how gangster Lopez is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That, I'm
Lopez
saying,
at
okay, so
65.
Lopez now accepted to fight at 65. This whole
65.
thing started,
So,
he was going to be 45.
hold on, time out. So
he
you
was going to
guys,
be a 45er.
he made 45.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was a time on Thursday night
He was
that
45.
he was 145 pounds, and they said, hey, 155.
150, he said
okay. What did he weigh in at? What did Diego weigh in at?
151. Wasn't it like 151 or something?
No.
I know you know.
Tell me it's
What did Diego
161.
weigh in at when he fought?
151 yesterday. Yeah.
It was 151 yesterday,
Yeah.
And it was 55.
and it was 55.
Wow.
I'm fighting. Now, his opponent gets to weigh 165. I'm still fighting.
That's why I'm saying.
I
it's
love
more
him,
work.
dude. I was
Gangsters. This is what the UFC, and hey, look, this is why there's not the BS that there is in boxing. If you lose a fight in the UFC against somebody good and you take it on short notice, you take it at the wrong weight, etc., you don't get punished for it.
Right.
You still get another chance. You know what I'm saying?
But you also
if
have
you lose a
the
fight in boxing,
opportunity of
nobody will fight you because you got lost.
Yeah, they're like, you lost, and now you got
and it's the risk reward. And in the UFC, the reward of winning a fight and doing something heroic like this is a lot greater than the risk.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
How difficult do you think it was for the matchmakers to put this together with the commission? You would know, Forrest.
Well, I didn't see it, but I didn't hear the audio, but I saw him talking to Nevada Commissioner Jeff Mullen about why he had allowed Ige to take this fight.
You didn't know what he said?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But he looked very confident. And I'll put myself.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear him, right? We see him.
I'll put myself in the
in
commission.
his shoes, yes.
If I'm the commissioner, I know Dan Ige. I know he's a professional. I know he's been in the gym.
I'll see you guys later. Have fun. You guys are a blast.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
But I'm gonna go watch this fight on the sideline.
Yes, that's a good idea.
But that's the one thing. Is like, I'm gonna go ahead and look at that knee bar. That knee bar, that was crazy.
I tapped for him.
I am on the Lopez. I am on it. Brandon, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Rotating them in, chat. Rotating them in.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, B-Mac?
Man, I'm feeling good. I feel so honored for the opportunity to sit up. This is a crazy opportunity for me, man.
don't know why. It's just this guy.
I know it's just you guys, but this is wild, dude.
I love
I'm
it.
super happy to be here. Appreciate the opportunity.
No, I'm super happy you're here.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm glad
awesome.
you brought your sunglasses.
Dude, I was thinking
And,
about wearing them. I
border-
wasn't exactly sure what kind of situation this was.
Borderline Miami Vice shirt because he wore the fancy T-shirt under the jacket.
That's right.
Borderline Miami Vice. The old guys know that's a good pull.
Hey, I thought about rolling the pants legs up a couple
Okay.
more times.
Okay.
Almost wearing capris with it, but I was like,
Well,
I gotta stop
hey.
short. I gotta stop short.
Well, you stopped short of your ankle. That's
what I'm saying,
Stop
Dave.
well short of your ankle. I don't know. See, my pants go down to my ankles. That's pretty cool. I like it. No socks too. Michael Jackson.
Well, they're the little low cuts, you know.
Yeah.
Got the J's
No,
on.
hey, you know what? I got to tell you though, you don't need those pants, the high waters, because it don't rain in Vegas.
Dude,
we in Vegas. Ain't
that's
no rain
fair.
here.
That's fair.
Ain't no rain here.
Never.
Could have worn your bell bottoms.
Just worn some regular old
Yeah.
britches.
That's
Right.
crazy.
You have to forgive me. I'm anti-fashion.
I'm just so excited that you thought about the word fashion when you saw me.
Yeah, no, well, you know.
Look at Ige selling
That's
it.
a good point. That's a
So
good
we've
point.
been talking about it the whole time. What do you
Who
think?
comes out first?
Ige should have made it where I'm coming out second. Call all the shots.
I wonder if anybody's ever done that because I wanted to always come out second. I hate coming out first.
That'd be the thing, right? If you're Ige,
I think this is Lokes,
call the
though.
shot. What? They're keeping it a mystery.
Oh, no, I don't
They're
actually
keeping it
know.
a mystery, chat.
Yep,
it is Lopez
Diego,
coming
yeah.
out first.
Random fun fact, Heath Herring made Brock Lesnar walk first in Brock's hometown, UFC 87 Minneapolis.
I absolutely love T. Yeah, he says.
Because he was,
I love this
yeah.
man.
Yeah, because Heath was a veteran. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Lesnar was a bigger pull, but you know.
Good for Heath, brother. Good for Heath. That's awesome.
I mean, Diego don't give, pardon my language, he don't give two shits. Coming out first, he don't care. This kid, like, you got to give him a high five. All the things
love
he's had
this
to deal with. And he's
You know-
like, just let
my God,
me fight.
I just in my brain
He's
thought.
so happy that he
hold
still
on,
gets to
hold
fight.
on.
Go
I
ahead.
just put this together. These guys have been on the mat together. I don't know if they've ever trained together, but they've been on the mat together. He is out here for the entirety of the Ultimate Fighter. So they were both training in Vegas, and Dan's just training as he usually does, and he was trained at he would train at different gyms.
Okay.
Because he was out here when Grasso was coaching the Ultimate Fighter. He was one of the coaches, so he was at those trainings with each other. I just realized that. That's crazy.
That's interesting,
Vegas
man.
is crazy. Francisco. Alexa Grasso's uncle there, who is an amazing boxing coach. Amazing.
Man, I've been sold. I have been sold up to this point, Brandon, on Diego Lopez, but I mean, I am more sold on him right now.
I'm
you know what I
spending
mean?
all the, I'm paying over asking on Diego Lopez right now. we're in a bidding war on him.
100%. But now
Hey,
this is
the real question is, how many times does he do that with his hair during the fight? How many times does he have to brush his hair out of
Brushed
his
it over
fight?
the 3-fight
Like,
win streak. 22
you know-
of 24 wins, 10 knockouts, 12 submissions, 1 of 12 triangle armbar submissions in UFC history. Hey,
He's a super aggressive grappler.
Oh, he's
I got to
amazing,
call
yes.
a couple of his fights, me and TJ,
Yeah.
for combat jiu-jitsu before he broke into the UFC.
yeah?
He's combat jiu-jitsu, they can strike with the
Yeah,
open
yeah.
hand on the ground. And he's super aggressive, offensive grappler.
I love it. I love
And then
it.
he's just proven that he's just gotten better and better at that over the
You know,
UFC career.
working down there in Mexico with Francisco Grasso, a team Lobos, right? Yeah.
Now Ige.
Hey, you guys are impressed. I did zero research for this. You shouldn't have to research fights. You just watch every fight, right?
Yeah, you never have to catch up.
That's right.
That's how I do. I just go, I'm in the moment.
Yeah,
I just got to go with the feels.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
the kids will say,
And now look at
stay
chat.
ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
what I heard.
Hey,
Yeah.
stay ready. You don't have to
And
get
I've
ready.
got chat,
Which
so
that
they'll
should
always
be
answer something.
that should be Dan's motto. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Make a T-shirt right
What?
now.
Dan, one day notice.
Dan one day. Dan
What-
one day. Dan one day Ige.
What afternoon?
One day Ige.
One day Ige right here. That's how I do it. Boom.
I love
there
it.
it is.
I love it.
Make a shirt. One day Ige.
Oh no, it's same day E-game.
Same
Same
day
day,
Ige.
Ego. Oh, That's nice. That's Dan same day
look
you
at
get.
him.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, God, I hope this is a great fight. I hope it is what it could be.
Dude, this is like the most incredible. It's got to be the most incredible opportunity of Dan Ige's career right here.
Especially,
You know,
if
look,
he can
he's
somehow go out there and
headlined
stamp
cards at the Apex, right? So he's been the main event. He's fought 5 rounds. He's done all the things, as the kids today say. But, you know, he hadn't fought for a belt.
And he hadn't had an opportunity like this to become a hero.
Yeah,
Like in this way, like the narrative that's possible.
What
if he
he-
comes
yeah,
out on the
I
good
love
side of
this.
this,
I love what you're saying.
It's going to be incredible moving
You're
forward.
selling me, but they will.
Hey,
If he
look at the
flattens
corner.
him,
Hold on,
It's
let's
like,
take
it's like Hoosiers. It's the end of Hoosiers, dude.
Let's. All right, we got Kai Kamaka. We got Sean Strickland, and Eric Nixick. So it's a good corner. Kai Kamaka, you know, former UFC guy, coconut bombs. I believe that's Kai, right? Yeah, it is, because the you can't see his hands except for the tattoos. Oh no, that isn't.
Patolo,
It isn't.
coconut bomb.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, it isn't Maki Patolo.
Kai Kamaka, where's he at? He just fought. I think he's in another organization.
No, Patolo's in another organization.
Is he? So look at Ige though, 8th most wins UFC featherweight history with 10. 6th fastest knockout in featherweight history, 22 seconds. He's got 6 wins by knockout and 5 by submission. And he's got nothing to lose, and he's got literally everything to gain. Like, this is a storybook. He goes out there and flattens him. Oh, man. Because like I said, I'm on the Diego Lopez train. I love Diego.
Me
But it's
too,
not.
bro.
This is a very tough opponent. He goes out there and beats this guy on a notice like this. Oh,
Lopez has got so much good momentum right now.
I know. I know. That's what I love.
People love it when you finish fights.
Well, even the love he got off of he had the loss in his first. He came in on super short notice. Who was it? That's the guy's name that he fought in his first fight? Lopez?
Movsar.
Oh yeah,
He lost that fight, but he lost on his contender against was it Rafael Alves?
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
He lost in his contender fight. It was
Diego Lopez, yeah.
161.
But yeah, he had everybody like on the Diego Lopez train, even in a debut loss.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's just been ripping since then.
Co-main event of 303.
What do you think about that jacket? Forrest?
Boy, Bruce don't shy with those jackets. I like them.
Look, man, you know, my mama said if you ain't got nothing nice to say, shut your face hole.
Look at those jackets. UFC Fight Pass YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you what I like though. Diego Lopez's hair.
You can't not love it.
That's definitely more your style.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
that's
that feels like home, dude.
If my hair wasn't falling out, I would do that.
So you're a Georgia boy. I'm an Alabama.
Okay, yeah, I feel you. You know, you had a party in the back when you had hair.
That was quite some time ago.
Yeah.
I rocked it. Got inducted in the Hall of Fame with it, and then cut it off. But I kept it for the damn near 2 years. Had that slick mullet.
You got it in a shadow box on the wall.
I'll
It's
tell
just
you
a
what,
mullet.
310 favorite. He's a 310 favorite.
Yeah, he's a big fave.
Wow. I wouldn't know how this could be a fight people could lose money on.
Let's go, Ige.
I wouldn't know how to put the odds on this, you know?
I wouldn't say 3-1. I don't know. I mean, he was in camp. You know, he's in camp. He's got a fight coming up in July on the schedule.
Yeah.
So he's ready.
That's a great point. He's a professional too. He's like always be training.
He didn't live in Vegas on accident. You know
right,
what I mean?
Exactly.
He is literally fighting. This is so crazy. He's
same day Ige.
This is same day Ige.
Same day Ige. That's a genius, my man.
First 30 seconds.
Let's go. I'm actually pulling for both guys. Like, it's such a great story
I just
either
hope
way.
it's an amazing fight. I really, you know, it almost in this sport, it sucks that you have to have losers, but that's what gives it the, you know, that's what makes it so real as it gets, as they used to say.
In the former times.
What a plug. I love it. Ige with that double jab. Circling, sitting on it. I like that.
Who was Ige scheduled to fight? Oh, his opponents have been switching. He didn't have one locked in, I don't think. I think he had an opponent and they fell out.
Sitting back here, both of them just kind of Ige bouncing in there a little bit.
I think he was originally going to fight Brito Anderson, and I think something happened with that.
Ooh.
Ooh, Lopez showing he's got those hands. That Mexican boxing. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Mexican boxing. That's a good
It's a sharp knee up the
Dang,
middle.
he tried to throw in a combination, flanks the head, threw a knee in there against Ige. He was waiting for Ige to start it. He rocked back, came back, started firing those combos. Ige, man, hopefully that doesn't just get back in there.
Yeah, I would think Ige, if he can just feel good coming out of this first 2 or 3 minutes and get this first blowout.
That goes in for a big lead hook. Oh, all right.
I mean,
the flurry right
Ige
there.
just landed 2 little left hooks, which is, I think, his best punch. And
Lopez plumbed that head and started firing those knees.
which is beautiful. I mean, really,
Wait, we're
talking about a mixed
hold on.
martial artist here. He's doing all the things, all of it.
Oh, hold on. I want to see the front of Lopez. Is he?
Okay.
All right, now he's trying to counter him, so get in there and throw some feints.
What were you seeing? What
I
were you
thought he
seeing?
was bleeding. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. It's a tattoo.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah,
hair.
no, it's a
Just amazing
tattoo.
hair.
I was like, wait, is it blood in there?
See the way Lopez came over the top with that elbow?
See, that'd be the one thing. See, there, now he's beating it. Oh, he pulled off on that kick through the 1-2-3 combination. Was going to go with that right leg. And there it is. Every time Ige closes it, you seeing that, you too?
I
He
love
closes
the
it. Diego
plum.
throws 3.
And you
and
know
then
what?
plums
You know why
that
he's
head.
able to do that? Because Ige puts the helmet on, as they say. He puts his hands here, and you don't have a lot of offense from there. So he's just grabbing the hands, grabbing the head, and throwing the knees right up the middle to split the guard. Split those uprights when the guy has the guard like that. So, again, Ige's been down in a lot of fights that he's won. He's had bad moments in fights and come back, And I know that he knows that. Switches to southpaw, give him a different look.
Switch up that stance a bit, bounce on the outside. I like the Lopez. He just kind of composed, just
Looks
wait.
like he's going to maybe throw an inside kick. No, switch back, inside kick.
Diego's starting to bounce up a little bit. See, and he's just waiting. He's waiting for Ige to throw that first shot.
He keeps showing him his chin when he comes out of those exchanges.
Diego does, right?
No, yeah, Lopez.
Fast hands.
That was good counter.
Diego moving back, lands that right hand. Those 2 lead hooks.
And that's the great thing about Diego. Do you really want to take him down? Like if you're the shorter guy like Dan and you're getting inside.
Yeah, he's got super crafty jiu-jitsu. Ige's a black belt though.
He is a black belt, but again,
Lopez's aggression and attack skill set on the ground is
and of course,
very
like
dangerous.
to your point, it's not a jiu-jitsu competition.
Yeah.
You get back in that southpaw stance, switches back to orthodox. Good to see Lopes mix up the kicking game a little bit.
Threw a right leg upstairs.
Yeah, just throw it up. Just give him a little something to think about.
Get through this round, Ige.
If I ever fight Diego Lopes, I'm going to kick him in the leg. He's got skinny legs. Kick him right in that leg.
Sounds like it's a good plan. Trying to jump up on you and throw that right hand. Patience, Ige, patience.
So I wonder
goes
on
in
this.
for a big right hand. Diego's going to try to
Dang,
come that
again.
hit. We're going to get inside and mix it up.
Dang, again. He's just exploding out of it. He just explodes in the clinch with knees and punches, does Lopes every time.
I like that.
I mean, it's obvious who got this round.
Oh, look at this. Ige. Oh, he's
and
on
look
at this. He's on his
goodness,
guillotine series.
Oh, goodness. That is
Look
pretty
at
good.
He's got a
Lock
good
up.
trap.
Now
He's looking
he's,
for this
uh,
Darce. Look, he
got it.
slides
He's
through
got
that
it.
march.
Slid around
Oh,
that
my
Darce.
gosh.
That
What a
thing got
play.
nasty. He's in there, right? Ige still fighting it, though.
He's on it. He's just
on.
got to
Now
get that
he's
elbow
to the
open.
side.
He needs that
Short
elbow
time.
open.
Ige's going to
10
keep that leg.
seconds, 10 seconds.
Ige's trying to fight it off.
He's framing it.
Oh,
Come
short
on,
time,
Dan.
short
Come
time.
on,
He's going to get to
Dan.
his knees. He's going to survive
Oh, is he free?
it. He's going to survive it. Oh,
Watch
wow.
the knee.
Nice.
Oh, Ige gets up, throws the knee.
Dude.
Oh!
Sick Darce attempt. That was
How fast
insane.
did he get into that? How sick did he load that up and take that?
He actually, so I was trying to say that he's going to the Darce. He hit it faster than I could in my head think of it and say it. So he transitioned from the guillotine to the darts faster than I could think the word.
Dude, well, he slid underneath for that like Mark Lehman variation right there. Came all
the
way
Marsh,
up.
the Marsh.
Yep.
I was in the room when that was invented.
Dude.
No, I wasn't, but I was there around that time.
I would
Yeah?
super interested to hear that.
I got, no. Hey, Mark Lehman was a G back. I don't care what anybody says. I learned so much from him about video games.
I like it. See, I can't believe how fast he hit that. That was impressive. Now, if you're Ige, what are you thinking this round? I mean, that's the one thing is Diego really does have those counters.
And he's taking the shots,
And that plum in the head, I worry about the knee because as fast as he's grabbing that plum and throwing those knees up the middle.
And so what did I ask? If you're Ige and you're inside and you're getting plumbed, what's the answer to that? Well, it might be to shoot for the takedown, but you shoot for one takedown, you get guillotined, you get the takedown, you get guillotined and then transition and almost finished in a darce. Now what do you do? Well, we go back to mid-range boxing. But Diego Lopez appears to have the quicker hands. And he's actually, doing well with the knees, right? Breaking just the boxing up. So the only thing I can think of is let's kick his legs.
Well, Ige's probably feeling a little bit better about himself, though. Like he's through that first round.
Yeah.
But
he's moving
also
well.
too, if you're not trying to peak, then that third round's going to be a tough one too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you should have, look. Ooh, nice right hand by Lopez, and there's the thing with the chin every time.
Ige tried to jab that belly hole and gets a right hand from Lopez.
I've never been successful with the jab to the body, except maybe to set up the overhand. All right, so what do we tell Ige to do here? What does his corner tell him to do? I would love to know what their solutions for this problem would be. What are the tools? What are the tactics?
How do you get inside circle, pop that jab, feint, see if you can get him to go. Try not to get into a scramble with him. Oh, there he goes in with a kick, see, and he covers up real quick.
Everything. I love that Diego is countering everything. Counter everything. Nothing for free.
Yeah.
Dan's trying to do that, but he seems to be a little out of range.
The patience by Diego even here, right here, kind of just floating back and waiting for Ige to come in.
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh! Ige goes for a high kick and it works. Diego caught the foot
landed
down
that, but now you're on the ground and cross-side.
On top of him now.
Now we got side control.
Now
we
turning the back right away.
Look how he sneaks that bottom hook in.
He's already got it.
Diego, look at Ige's fighting the hand, standing back up on his feet.
I mean, he's doing a good job scraping him.
Don't let him get that foot in there.
This was.
This is a great
play.
Oh, he did.
Wow.
He did get him to hit his head though.
Now we got the figure four body lock by Diego.
Oh, look at that.
Ige's got the left arm of Diego covered.
Can he get out of this though?
Well, that body lock's. As long as that foot's in the middle, it's not as tight.
It's on the calf, too. It's not under the knee.
Now that starts to change things when he whips that leg around to the outside.
So, again, I think the other thing you have to do is shoot your knees up and your hips down. And try to slide to their chest. It's actually, oh, goodness.
All right, now he's looking at just throw some body shots, control that wrist. Ige's kind of stuck here, just fighting that hand. Get that foot down.
He's keeping a great connection with his chest. So
there you
he's
go.
Focusing on keeping the body triangle locked. He doesn't worry about if it rolls to the top or the bottom.
Reaches down, grabs the foot. Does he break it off? I think he broke it up.
Oh, that's nice work by Dan.
Wow.
Readjust.
The second you say nice work by Dan, Diego turns it into a body triangle. Yeah. Again, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is legit. His Mexican boxing is legit. And now his Muay Thai knees are pretty legit as well. Actually, pretty decent shots from Dan from the,
When in doubt, just reach back and fire a right hand over the shoulder. Punch him in the face for holding me there.
How many of those you're confident to do with a guy that's so good at jiu-jitsu trying to choke your face off?
Yeah, 100, right? Can't get too crazy. He's keeping the patience. Sorry, go ahead.
He's not stuck up against the cage anymore either, so it's going to be way harder to start scraping him off as you come up. Like, he's going to have to escape this out in the middle of the mat. It's way harder to do.
Now he's trying to just the kind of that power Power.
He's able to.
Chin
He's
lock
been
there.
fighting this for a good couple
Look at
minutes.
this. He's going for like a shoulder lock here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going for a shoulder lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh.
It's there, and it makes you give up the choke. Because you pull your hand down violently, and then the choke's right there.
Yeah, and depending on which direction your shoulder's messed up, because you know it is.
Yeah.
If he pulls it back in a way that feels funky to you, I've seen that make good black belts tap.
And at this point, he's like, I'm stuck in it. So
Look at
Ige just
that.
starts firing right hands. Just starts front right hands over the shoulder. So it's like, stop that. Good job of fighting the hands.
I was about to say the same thing for Ige. Great job fighting the hands. Spike those elbows into the thigh. Those are horrible.
Yeah.
If you ever had that your little quadricep there.
Oh, he's going to try to
10
switch to an
seconds.
armbar. He's going to try
10
to.
He just
seconds.
waited a little bit too long. He's trying to kick that through for that reverse triangle. He can hit like a twisted arm lock here, like Americana style.
Yeah.
Ige going into the third. What do you do?
I would love to hear this right now.
Motivate him. Just go out there and just, you got to land something big. Land a big shot.
So, I get that,
You're one punch away.
I'm talking
Forrest.
to Dan Ige. I know Dan Ige is an intrinsically motivated individual. What do I need to tell him to do technique-wise? I would say maybe, start with the punches of getting going back and then mix in some kicks, try to mess with his balance. And then,
He ate that whole
head
kick.
was
He
legit.
ate the whole dang
that
kick,
was,
caught it, and took him down.
That was, shin on Temple.
Oh, he
And
ate that.
That probably hurt a little bit
He
worse
got
than
him.
we care
He got
to
him.
admit.
Yeah, he got him. Like, I've always wondered, like, why don't people try to do that? Props on Iggy for actually trying to do that. And that's one of those techniques you would never do in the training room. So, like,
Right.
how do you really know if you can even do that? Which is, I think, why more people don't do it. When somebody's on your back to jump and try to spike
Jump
their
forward,
head
try
in.
to spike him.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe they're worried about what happens, the if.
Yeah,
in a bad position.
Hey, chat. You guys tell us what they tell us what Eric and the guys and Eric and Sean.
What
had
were
to
they
say.
saying? What were they telling Ige, chat? What were they telling him to do?
Ooh.
I just circle, get in there and mix this thing up because he's got. You throw that first shot, he throws that combination. You got to come back and hit him. Get in there, just go. Look at that. Oh, stay in there and throw back. He's gonna try to grab that head, hit him with the hook.
thing under the chin is cracking me up.
All right, so Dan's already come out more aggressive with the boxing.
Oh.
And he already looks better.
Oh, nice.
See, come
Look,
back and throw after the flurry.
He knows he's going to be in a firefight. He's not that worried.
Throws it by, pushing
You got
forward.
it. Yeah, keep going, Dan. Keep going, Dan.
Just keep pushing forward. Diego's going to try to hit you with that combo when you throw that first jab and then come right back with your own.
So, yeah, I'm glad you say that now. So now what I want to do is feint, then throw, back, and then throw again. So feint, if Dan would feint, see if you can draw something out, and then either way, just explode through a 2 or 3.
Yes, sir. It's got him up against the fence, like staying in front of him.
Yeah, he's trying. Don't overreact to the punches, Dan.
Oh,
there you go.
big right hand landed
There
for
you
Ige
go.
right there. Just a starch right hand. That got some attention.
Hey, he didn't flick his chin on that one.
He did not.
Look at that. He's starting to get that bounce in his feet. Ige.
Dan, see? All right. I want to just say thank you guys for making this the fight I thought it could be. Hopefully the third round continues like this.
Oh, Ige tried to go with the 3-2.
Yeah, and again, I don't care.
Dan's a jab.
Oh,
Diego's like,
get
we're
out
going
of
for
there.
a takedown.
No.
This is a
Ige
bad
throwing
spot.
some big
Gotta be
elbows to the
careful,
ear
man.
hole. Doing a good job of trying to defend his takedown.
See, Dan, look, man, I know the guys at Extreme Couture, they do this a lot.
Gets underneath,
They
good
spend
over under.
all the time here. See?
Nice, nice.
And it
That was easy
pays off.
separation once he got
Pays
back
off.
to the feet.
Come on, Dan. 2 minutes, 50 seconds, you got to push. Look, I would like to see him just win this round, you know?
Yep, win
That
the
would
third.
make me happy. I don't even care if he wins the fight, just to show, like,
Short
what he's
notice,
made-
come out here and win the
just
third.
showing what he's made of, you know?
Yeah, I love it.
This is the hero shit.
There's
yeah.
a right hand. See,
Exactly.
Diego's sitting back there.
Two or three. That's great. That was a nice right hand. Caught him a little bit through
Oh,
the guard.
caught him
Two or
with the
three.
left hook, short left hook. Ige, I'm telling you, he is a right hand away from doing this.
Nice
Diego,
body shot.
Good body
by
shot,
Ige.
Ige. Diego looks like he's slowing down.
Oh,
Oh,
he
good
is.
left hand
Diego's
landed by
slowing down
Ige.
a lot.
Diego's slowing down a lot. A lot,
I would
Chet.
kick the legs just to off balance him.
Look at it. He took a long distance single leg.
Push.
Big sprawl. Big sprawl, Ige. Don't push down on that head. Push down on that head. Get your foot down on the floor.
Oh, my God. Turn. Oh, no. Come on. Diego Lopes. Great job.
That was
Diego gets
incredible
around
the way
his
he
back.
stuck to
Nice.
the leg
Oh,
through that
wow.
exchange.
You know, and that's what that level of jiu-jitsu in your back pocket does.
And that was in the third round, too. Imagine how slippery it is. He shot in low single below the knee and just rode the thing all the way to the backpack here. He just got the single hook. Ige's kind of keeping him scraped off.
There, down he goes. All right. Oh, Ige gets away. He's trying to get inside and ground and pound. Inside the guard of Diego.
Again, here's another thing about, you know Diego's guard, but you are slippery. You know, he is a little tired.
Yep, body, head.
You are winning this round. You know, maybe they'll fight again in 5 rounds. Right elbow, excuse me, left elbow. Left elbow it is, baby. If you're Ige, again.
He's got Diego body locking, holding on.
Yeah, as long as he's got those 2 underhooks, it's going to be hard for him to posture up and do anything. He's switching to head and arm grip. He's just
basically holding on. And then Dan Ige is just trying to throw bombs. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Dan.
Look, he's trying to can opener that neck.
He's holding them. You know, the can opener, you think what you want, but it does help shut down.
It's uncomfortable. Look at it, trying to rip elbows. It keeps his legs back there.
He's punishing
if you're flexible,
Diego for playing the guard.
You can armbar people when they can't opener if you're flexible.
Look at that, ripping body shots. I think the biggest thing we were talking about is he's in control. He's took over the third round.
Took the third round for
That's
sure.
That's a big win for Ige in a lot of in almost every way. Coming out here and dominating, coming out here and doing a performance like this in the third round. Look at that, ground and pound, big left hands. Look at that.
Right arm.
He's got the crowd cheering.
Diego thought about opening up and getting offensive for just a split second. Ige punished him for even having the thought.
Yep, here he comes. Look, he's going to try to throw these feet by, land one big one. Ige, feint. Oh,
go, get it.
Oh, he's trying to get inside, land one right hand. Oh,
hey! Couldn't find it. That was a hell of a fight, though.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that
kind of notice.
The third round lived up to what I thought it could be.
That was big.
So, hey, look
at him taking a bow together.
Two.
I love it, dude.
2-1. It was a great fight, you know. Ige found his rhythm, found what he needed to do in the third round. I'm going to go back and listen to that corner advice. And the 2 of them, look at the 2 of them go talk to Dana.
Over there talking to Dana. Love it.
Dana says, you guys are freaking studs. Dana and Hunter up there.
Love it.
It's so funny when you see these fighters, you know, you get to sit up by the cage sometimes. You see these fighters just say crazy things to the execs up there because there's so much like adrenaline that they just admit things, you know, and tell you things that you're like, wow.
Just admit things.
It's just an emotionally weird situation, you know. It's just like you're in a weird
There's
place.
a lot going on, especially when you make it through the fight. You know, there's so much leading up to it, all this intensity, and it's like this fresh air, you know. I mean, this breath.
You know, you've got.
Now I got something I want to say.
You're
I made
so
it
happy,
through it.
but so regretful. You know, there's so many things you're excited about, but you've effed up so many things too. That was pretty epic. Just taking the shin on the chin there. Fortunately, wasn't across the jaw. Spike, got him. I would have give props.
Oh my gosh!
This
I would
was
love
beautiful.
to see that setup again. The way he slid underneath, that was just as good of a shot as you're ever going to see on that.
That was
like the way Tony Ferguson slid in on that Darce.
Yeah, I was on. They showed it again right there. I missed it, but it was fast.
Dan landed nice left hands from the southpaw stance there. Hey.
Yeah. I'm happy again. I'm happy for both.
Everybody wins.
This
is what we wanted. Diego didn't have to take
wanted.
this. He didn't have to deal with any of this. You know what I mean? And he did a great job doing his fight. Ige taking it. What a fight.
And it's 29-28. Easy.
29-28.
Yep, as it should be.
Love it. But like I said, monster win for Ige. Monster win.
And you're just
same
saying that.
day
You're just saying that because they have monster cans in their hand.
Oh,
Dan same day Ige. That's a new.
It must have worked.
Best
Maybe fire off
ever.
the monster name.
Same day Ige.
Love it. All right, so now we're on the main event of the evening.
Oh, this is just good news, guys. I doubt we are going to have to wait the entirety of the fight. I don't
You don't think we're going to full 5?
I do not. I don't feel it.
All right. Let's see.
Have you seen these guys fight? They're in the main event.
Yeah, they don't like to go. They don't like to go around. Really.
I don't think they're fighting the full bit. I think they can, but they don't need to.
I just don't think they.
Even when Prohaska goes 5 rounds, he still ends up finishing.
Yeah,
He goes to the
Glover, that was
literal
amazing.
last second.
Yeah.
It's a full fight, and he still finished the fight.
What was that? Singapore and Glover, yeah.
Crazy.
Now, I think the one thing I'm gonna have to get back and pay attention later on. What happened to Ortega? I mean, what the whole deal? What happened? He went from not making weight to not fighting at all to just kind of all got lost in the
The story that I'm hearing is that he's sick. He's got a fever. He's running like 103 fever.
Okay.
And so they just won't let him fight.
Okay.
Like he's out.
Yeah. Okay.
He took the fight on short notice, too. My understanding is that he was looking to fight at 55. His next fight was going to be at 55, or they were working something out. And then he took this fight, I guess, 3 weeks-ish. I don't know how long, but he didn't know about it too long. Again, he took it. He did the best he could. He tried to make the weight. Sometimes if you take that much out of your body trying to make the weight, you just destroy your immune system.
Yeah.
There's no medical basis for that. I just
Dream,
said that.
believe, and make it happen.
Which is funny. He speaks 3 languages. Why did he get the language he's least comfortable speaking? His Brazilian and Spanish are perfect. His English is okay, but he chose to get the tattoo in English. See, why?
His English is better than mine, I'd have to say.
Well,
I got that heavy redneck.
But he's speaking Portuguese. Or no, I don't know what he's speaking. It's not English, I'm sure of that.
Dude, he's the man. Both guys win big right there.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's 2 big wins.
Big one. Look at Ige. Look at this. Look at it. Just going
Listen
crazy.
to the crowd, man.
Love it. Love it. This crowd is going insane. To win the 3rd round like that is big.
Yeah. And I was very just happy it worked out the way it did.
It doesn't matter. 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 hours.
4 hours. This is what I live for. This is what I do. Is in 8 weeks, 4 weeks.
This is like the speech at the end of Independence Day, dude. It's like everybody's starting to get up. Like, wait just a minute.
I just motivated everything.
I would be like, hey, did he spar today? He actually
I was sparring this
today.
morning.
He actually already sparred, so he didn't.
Look at that. That's a win-win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
win.
And,
Big win for him.
just look, man. Dan One Day Ige was already a legend, but now he's One Day Ige. So
I'll be ready. They know who to call. They got my number.
Look at. He's on his feet now. I'll fight in any weight class.
I remember when this kid was struggling to get on in contender. Remember?
Yeah.
What a stud.
Dude, I love this kid.
I remember when he was like an assistant for Ali, the manager.
He was a humble kid. I love him to death.
Great,
That's what I mean.
he's always a
Ige
great
is-
kid.
He's
always a great
unbelievable.
kid.
Unbelievable. And to go out there like this, and I'm so glad that fight ended the way that it just did. It happened
Yeah,
that
dude,
way.
it sets the stage for them to have a rematch.
fight
It's going to be
for
a
5
real.
rounds.
Now I get a
5
full
rounds.
deal, 5-round main
Oh, look
event.
at that! Look at
Let's
that!
go.
This you gotta
Look at
love
this
this.
team. I
And
love
you know what?
this.
Not only are
Martial
they doing
arts,
this,
dude. I love it.
not only are they doing this, but they didn't hug too much during the fight, which I appreciate. Fight during the fight, you can do all the hugging after.
Yeah, beat each other up, man. Respect. Let's get in there and beat each other up. But look at that. He allowed, because that's the other thing with Diego. I mean, he allowed him to get paid. You know, like that. Look at that. David Goggins.
Oh, man.
David Goggins.
Oh,
What's that? What's happening here?
everybody's very upset.
Why
thing? I don't know.
they mad at him? Why they mad at him?
Oh,
Chuck Shogun.
Chuck Liddell.
That's a, you know.
How does that feel seeing all those names pop
Chuck,
up?
Shogun, Vanderlei, all there. It's just funny, you know. They've all fought each other. It's great. It's great.
A few of those guys.
You know a couple of them, man.
I've sparred all of them.
We get the gold gloves.
I fought a guy twice, one of them, and then I've sparred the other two more than I probably should have. So I guess they're both wearing.
And this is another one, my man right here. Like, let me put this title on the line again. I'll go right back at you. Let me jump in there and fight this dangerous son
I
of a
saw this
buck.
guy at dinner last night. We walked into the steakhouse, and he was sitting there, and he had the biggest steak I've ever seen a person try to eat.
Yeah.
It was as big as that bald spot on TJ's head, dude.
So it's bigger than TJ's head.
TJ's taking straight. Dude, it was red all the way through, too. He was going.
Wait, you saw him working out? Was it Yuri?
No. It was Pereira.
It was
Pereira? So Pereira was making the weight, I believe. And he didn't have any clean underwear. So he asked if we had underwear. We didn't have any to sell because we sell shirts. So I just gave him mine. So look, hey, if he wins this fight, I want to take some small credit. He wore my underwear to win.
He has your essence with him now.
He wore my. They were clean, guys. Don't worry.
See, I thought he
didn't,
took them off. You took them off? I'm like, I don't know what's crazy.
I take the shirt off my back and give it to you. I'll take the underwear off my balls.
Underwear off my crack just to give it to you.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants the underwear off my crack.
And the fact that he wore it, I'm like, I don't know who's crazier.
They were clean. I was like, oh wait, I got some underwear. Clean them.
I love it. I love it.
It's the little extra. It's the extra.
The cold plunge?
I messed with the cold plunge. I didn't get a chance today, but should have.
Are you a daily cold plunge kind of fella?
Like 3 times a week usually.
Yeah?
I was consistent 3 to 4 times a week, but I went to Mexico City for 3 weeks and I just got out of the habit. And when you start back, it turns out it's actually hard when you start back.
You don't want to get back in it. Like you develop something.
So I'm just up to 4 minutes now.
Once you get that momentum, you know what I mean, you got to roll with it. Look at it. Okay, look at that Pereira. 10-2. 10-2. And how many title fights and what he has done.
All the title fights.
And then you
I
got
think 10 of the 12 fights were for
insane.
titles.
2 different weight classes, and it's just, man, at some point.
Wait, sorry, I'm blanking here. Who else did he lose to?
Who did he lose to? Very beginning.
Who?
Pereira. It says 10-2.
He lost to Izzy.
Okay.
Definitely lost Izzy. He was removed from his consciousness.
Yeah.
Did he lose Izzy twice? No.
No.
Did he have a
He
loss
lost
coming
one
into
early.
the
He
UFC?
had a loss coming
Might have had a
in.
loss. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. He lost before he got to the UFC.
He had a loss early.
It's like first fight, first MMA fight.
All right. It's good to know.
See it over before round 3.
I'm getting the high sign.
All right, brother.
They're like,
Hey,
get the
fun
redneck
event,
off
as
the
always.
air.
Love and
All right.
appreciate
Yeah,
you.
dude,
Thanks
thanks,
very
guys.
much. Thank
great.
you.
TJ, I love you. I'm sorry about the bald spot shot.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't mean it.
It's all right.
It's okay because
Hit him with the
he's
Jeffrey
also
Wilson.
bald.
Said, yo, the bald spot shot. I got you. I got you. Look at here he comes.
2 more
He's getting
years,
warmed
I will
up.
also be bad. Bald.
There he is.
There he is.
He's like, yeah, these lights are bright.
What's that?
The lights are bright, ain't they?
Oh, man. Feel like a vampire.
Hey, I love it. I love it. What have you been thinking of the fight so far?
Pretty good so far, man.
Yeah.
I hope they don't come out here and fuck it up.
That last fight with Ige. Good. Take it on short notice.
I don't see how that could happen.
It's a good card, man. I'm shocked.
Now with this fight,
Would have been the best card of the year if McGregor didn't fuck it up, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. 300. It's gonna be hard to beat 300. I don't know what they could do that would beat 300. Oh wait, they already did.
Get McGregor to show up for a fight.
yeah. Oh man, I love it. Love it. This fight right here, just to build up I'm so excited to see this. And then, of course, you got Hill waiting. Man.
And they look.
I like that. That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny.
And it threw Jamal off too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you hit that hard, you know what I mean? That's you can't have that kind of moment like that. You know what I mean? That's what Jamal won't make an excuse, but when you have someone like that can throw that heavy, any little thing like that, it's kind of a break in the action.
Right.
Oy, you know, I don't know. That's a tough spot, but I love that. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm all right. Let's go. Let's keep fighting.
I'll push him down later.
Yeah. That'd be the one thing. Like I said, I'm just so curious how Gary's going to approach this. Definitely the most influential fighter in this sport. In the amount of time he's been in here, this guy is unbelievable.
You know what? I'll tell you my favorite thing about Pereira, him at the press conference the other day, he was like a damn philosopher. I mean, I don't know what he's been doing. He's been reading Nietzsche or something, but, you know, they asked him the McGregor question, and he explained it so well, you know, given, you know, it's like, you know, if I was in that situation, I don't know what I'd do. You know, it's a great quote. And then, you know, they were kind of like almost joking, trying to get trying to get a stupid answer out of him, and they were saying, Yuri says you use shamans and stuff. And he said, you know, he went on to like a great speech about how, you know, basically we're all made of energy or something. I don't know. It was amazing.
I love it.
TJ knows what I'm talking about, right? Those were amazing.
Absolutely. I'm made of energy too.
Yeah, but you know what the quotes he was giving the other day. He's dropping like wisdom bombs.
Yeah, he could
have been giving a freaking TED talk for all I know. I was like, this is great. This is great. I love this.
Both of these guys have a unique style, unlike any other athletes I think in the UFC right now. The way they conduct themselves inside, outside of the octagon, it's amazing.
This guy, I love him right here. He's ready to go. How bad does he want his belt back? You know what I mean? I love it. Let's go. We'll have to see, man. It's been a fun card. I've been enjoying this.
I'm not crazy about those gloves.
You don't like the gold
gloves?
No. No.
You only wear gold underwear? No gold gloves?
Baby.
There you go.
Got it, man. The gold sparklers, you know.
There you go.
Oh, man, with the gold sparklers. How he going to have him right there in the middle? Chested. Love it. Love it. All right, Yuri.
Yeah, I feel like this guy, like, it should just say he's from Earth. You know, it's like the whole planet is his. He's just, you know, he's from the essence.
Got that old Jimmy. God just wants to reach down, pull him up, you know.
Yeah, that's what the hair's for.
He's so ready. He's so ready. What is he going to do? I can't. Let's go. This is my belt.
I remember the only thing I can even compare him to is Diego Sanchez going out in the middle of a pretty vicious thunderstorm trying to get the energy of the Thunder. And I said,
holding up a rod,
hey, bro, if you get the energy of the Thunder, you won't be here any longer, brother.
I'm trying to hold up this umbrella.
Don't get that energy, bro.
He's going to be one with their
yeah, exactly.
storm.
You will. Your ashes will be one with the earth. I get it, but
29 of 30 with 26 knockouts. 1 of 8 spinning back elbow knockouts UFC history. Oh, man. 29 of 30 wins. 26 knockouts. This guy.
I wonder if we got to pick this song or they just...
This is what you're going out to.
Yeah.
This is how legends are made. This is how you
make it work for you, kid.
There you go. 100%.
That's one of the things I always loved about the UFC was getting to pick your songs.
Nah, back when I fought, they had the one song.
Yeah, they had one song.
I think it's 8-track, you know. Barely worked hard.
I love that. Just hear that music. Time to go. Time to go. All the smoke. And there was one point we had the ramp. Remember there was a ramp going down or something? I remember BJ running back up the damn thing. Yes. He knocked out Uno and he just took off running up the ramp, out back, and just disappeared.
Yeah.
He didn't even get his hand raised. He knocked Uno out and just took off. Back up, just ran back to the thing like, where'd he go?
Best sport ever, you know. That stuff just doesn't happen in other sports. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we still have. This
is. I'm nervous, guys. The anticipation is palpable, whatever that means. This is awesome.
No, it's just you sitting next to me, baby.
That's why I have goosebumps. It makes sense.
That's it.
This is awesome.
Mr. Sexuality here, you know.
That's right.
Love it.
That's a bearskin rug on that chest.
Hey, I love this.
This is awesome.
The view of this, come on now, this is ridiculous. Chad, if you could see this. Oh, woo! Well, you got to see it, but the reflection going on around us. Now he's got to pop out. Look at him. Stone Cold, made it from a movie, this guy. That face, right?
He's movie villain, yeah.
Yep, he's a movie villain like a ball. It's crazy.
James Bond, yeah.
Yeah.
His walk right now is the best walk in combat sports. You know, the shooting of the bow, everything. It's just.
I know. I'm waiting for it. Lets out that big yell. Here it comes.
I wonder if UFC's going to start selling little bows to styrofoam arrows.
Somebody put an eye out.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
That ruined everything, man. There goes the sport.
He's got that mystique, man. Just look at him. Fairheaded walking out, and I love this. Get that beat going.
This is great.
I love this.
I mean, I guess we're supposed to be talking now, but I just feel like talking would just destroy this beautiful
Ruin
moment.
the moment, sweetheart.
Yeah, so I'm going to shut up. Here we go.
Here he goes. He's drawing it back.
Ooh. Did he catch it and break it? They didn't show that.
Oh. Did somebody do that? Who did that to him? Hill did it. He caught it and broke it. I love Jamal. I love it. Yeah. He's from San Bernardo do Campo, Sao Paulo. That's a long one. Sao Bernardo. Oh, yeah. Oh. Dude, the music in this thing, this is sick.
Well, better than Flight of the Bumblebee, huh?
The what?
Flight of the Bumblebee?
Hell yeah. I love it. Oh. Fourth highest significant strike accuracy in UFC history, 62.8%. Former Glory kickboxing middleweight and light heavyweight champion.
That says a lot right there.
He's just a champion. Just a champion in all of it. He's going to be our first 3 times, okay? Just depends who the heavyweight champ's going to be.
Yeah.
Fight a smaller one.
Hey, look, he drives Lamborghinis for a reason, you know?
Walking money, baby, walking money.
Love it. Here he goes.
I would love to be in his body for a day just to see what it's like to hit people that hard. Must be amazing. I mean,
look at that. Yuri's standing right there in the center chat. He's standing right there looking at him. Like I said, I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
The last stare down was one of the most intense I've ever seen. Not even. We're watching this stare down right now.
Look at it. Look at these two.
It's intense, but it's not comical. It's not over the top. It's not like.
No, this is cool.
It's not like even aggressive. It's just like
Guys,
pure looking into each other's souls.
This is as real as it gets.
Yeah,
it's on a different level.
Yeah, look at them. The way they're both just standing there.
I
all
can't
bullshit
even.
aside. No gimmick, no game, no trash talk.
Somebody's taking somebody else's milk
with
money
that
home.
music playing. This is the
already
best setup ever. Oh, this is sick. They're just sitting there staring at each other. This music is
Nobody's
playing.
blinked. Nobody's blinked
I don't think.
yet.
Honestly, I don't think they blinked yet. Not one of them. None of them
I
blinked.
can't
Get
even.
out of here.
I can't even. This is getting me so fired up
This
right
is
now.
so cool.
I'm gonna go work out after this.
Yeah, hey, we gotta let this go for another 3 minutes, and it's not losing its coolness. I'm looking down here watching these two in the cage. This is insane. 36 years old, 6'4", 204.5 pounds, 204.5, both of them. What a 1-inch reach advantage for Yuri.
1 inch in height for Pereira. Long arms, man. It's good to have you. It's good to have an 80-inch reach, 79-inch reach.
Get their wallet like this. You know?
Yeah.
Look at, they're both standing there like statues staring at each other, even as Buffer. Look at that. That is insane. I can't. I can't wait to see this. First 30 seconds. First minute. Maybe.
I hope not. I hope not.
The first minute, see what happens. I want to see what Yuri
Hope
does.
the fight's longer than the stare down and the walkout. You know, shit.
Hey,
Dean
look.
gets it.
Look, the stare down's damn near worth the price of admission.
Yep, look at that, emotionless, just standing there, stone-faced.
I've never stood that still in my life. I would have had to scratch my balls 3 times by now.
Sniffling.
I'd just be like scratching my ear, like looking around, picking my nose.
Hey, light, the squirrel.
The whole time, these two are staring at each other as Buffer's going through the end. This is sick.
They don't even know Buffer's in the fucking ring.
Yeah, no, he's not even standing there. When he does, just don't even go towards him.
Hey, these guys would crush it in a staring contest. I got to say, they would dominate. Best staring contest ever. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm telling you, when you look down
you guys
there,
thought it was a fight. It's just a staring contest. Whoever breaks first loses at this point. I mean, we're going on 6 minutes.
They just evaporate. You know?
Yeah, we're going on 6 minutes of it.
We have a hand raise now, though. Yuri's got the hands up, and he brought him down. Oh, man. Don't step too close. You got to get crazy, Booth. Don't get that close. 2-1 as a UFC underdog. Oh.
Them chicks are bad dudes, man.
Yeah.
They are bad dudes.
Love him. The challenger. Tochasha. Dang. Look at him standing there. I'm telling you what, this is insane right here. This is so cool. Just waiting for this intro. When that first 70% win. Dang. The winner of the first is 70% win rate. Ooh, chat, here it comes.
Bruce ain't getting near his face.
He didn't go anywhere close to that.
Powhatan is that's damn near what the those settlers in Jamestown wrote when they disappeared. They carved something on the tree.
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
So we're gone.
You just threw that out there?
I don't actually know what the word was, but it was something.
Threw it out there like a boss.
I don't know, but that's not true. I don't think that's true.
Well, I believe everything you said.
Here we go. Yep.
I 100% believe you. All right, here we go. We're going to go to this first round.
Woo! I love it. Hair on my neck is stood up. I'll tell you what,
Here we go.
Here we go.
Whoa, Waggy.
So now, again, as they dance around right there in the center.
Get your hands up, you big dummy.
Oh, he's like 50, 30 fights in. He hasn't put his hands up yet. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's not changing it up this time either.
He's not gonna start with the hands up now.
Alex already kicked that calf once.
Hey,
poked
look,
at the belly
Alex's
with the jab.
defense is not amazing. All right, he's got an 80-inch reach and he's got power that makes you afraid to attack him. His best defense is the threat of the counter punch.
I like it. It's right there. Here comes Yuri trying to land that lead hook off that calf kick by.
Both of them got their chin up a little bit too high. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I've always noticed Alex's chin a little up. The hands are kind of chest level.
Yeah.
He doesn't really even bring them up much. He tries to use distance management as his primary form of defense. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they will both have arms like as long as legs, though. Shit.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Swatting at those hands, just kind of pawn.
You can get away with a lot. Whoa.
Yuri tried to step in on that right hand.
Yuri got in there, though. He got in there. That was pretty impressive.
Getting that jab through for Prochazka. Big jab, Pereira. So I don't think we're going to try to clinch and take him down. That was.
I think he may later. He may later.
Maybe,
You gotta set that up. You can't just shoot him with the.
Look at that. He tried to go in there, try to blitz in there again. Oh, Pereira just missed with the right hand.
It's like Tyson, right? Like every punch that lands could be your lights out. Could
every
be the
punch
end of
that
it.
hurts.
First minute and a half of the video game. Don't let him hit you. Oh, now they're chanting it.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
I don't know.
You're going to die?
You're going to die, isn't
I think
it?
they're saying throw Forrest in there.
Oh, the Brazilian. I thought
Yeah.
they were saying USA, and I was like, okay, we're in the USA, but these guys are.
Neither one of them from the USA. Right?
I mean, Pereira lives in Danbury, Connecticut. That's pretty. Prohaska with the southpaw.
Good right leg kick. I like when Yuri goes blitz in with that right hand.
I do. It's just the threat of the counter,
The threat,
right?
yeah, very much.
Prohaska still looks a little stiff, right? All that. I mean, I'm not even kidding, but all that standing straight and staring, he's got to shake that out a little, in my opinion.
I like it.
Let's get going here. Let's get going.
No one's going to step in. Look at that. Still holding that lead hand.
Again, southpaw orthodox, the lead hand fight.
Jab
the
hand,
lead foot,
hand.
The lead foot fight. Your switches stance a couple times there.
You know it's going to be one shot. This is, lead hook.
Whoa.
Oh, then Yuri tried to fire back a left hook of his own. We got a clinch over under position.
There you go.
All right.
Pereira needs to concentrate on not giving up the other under.
Yuri's going to keep him pressed up against the cage.
Looks like Yuri's got his hands locked, too. Again, long arms.
Yeah.
Works.
Squeeze him in and throw him on the ground, and then mount.
Ooh, some nice knees, though. Knees might make you give up with a clinch a little bit.
I wonder where they connected that, Connect on that.
I've noticed, and maybe you can attest to this, but I've taken some really hard shots in the ribs, not in the liver, and they'd never hurt me until the next day.
Yeah.
The liver hurts you right now.
Right?
Yeah, the liver. Yeah, the other side.
And the solar plex, definitely. Yeah. But, I've had my right rib broken on my left side, and nothing happened. Anatomical left.
Doing a good job of keeping that head in the pocket right there, pressing him up against the fence.
And again, wear the big guy down a little. Wear the power down a little bit.
Yep, I like it. Potan, he's intent on, I'll stay in here with you. Just battle back and forth, knee to thigh. Not wasting the energy.
Just shivving with that shoulder a couple of times,
Shuck him off.
Come up into the solar plexus, like you say.
Here we go. We got a break. We're going to go back out to the center.
A lot of people forget about that solar plexus and don't attack it,
No, it definitely hurts.
That's a big target.
Pereira's definitely looking for offense now. He's definitely looking to land the right hand, left hook.
There he goes. There he tried to do a good right hand. He fired a crispy right hand right there.
Yep.
Calf kick.
That calf kick. That calf kick
there
will
it
change
is again.
fights.
Look, Yuri,
It changes your stance. It changes your positioning, your weight distribution. This calf kick changes everything.
Oh, there he goes again. He got hit with the left hook. What the fuck are you doing?
You better get out of the way.
End of the round.
Was
end of the
over.
round.
Oh, my God.
I thought they stopped the fight there for a second because Yuri went charging him, and he hits him with the head. He hits him with the left. He went flat on his back, and they were like, and he jumps in, stop, but it was.
End of the round.
But Yuri had to sit there and fight like he was mad as hell. Like we all thought he stopped it because we didn't hear no bell.
I still don't know if Yuri knows everything that's going on.
Yeah, no, he might not be. Look at it right here. He just come lunging in with that right hand and eats the left
hook.
The left hook once again, and down he goes.
He caught that one good.
And then he was going to go stepping in. Boom, look at one left hook. He had his eyes dead set on it, too. He looking right at it, Pereira, with that left. God, man, when you hit that hard, go ahead, Don. You hit that hard.
You hit that hard, you bring that right up the next time.
100%.
Was that enough for a 10-8 round?
Yeah, that's probably 10-8.
Great question.
I would
say
10-8.
I mean, nothing else really happened.
Knocked
now
him
here
right
we
on
go.
his ass.
Now how much does he have back? You know what I mean? They're cheering we're going to go into round 2. But that was one left hand. That was one left hook. And he just kicked him right in the face and dropped him. Now he's going to go in for a couple of big shots.
And this has got to be it.
And then he stopped it. He wasn't good. He took one kick right to the face, dropped like a stone. Boom! He's unconscious. Now they're trying to help him out. He's out all the way out.
He was still hurt.
Yeah, he was so very hurt in the first round. Look, he's still falling down now. He's destroyed. He's destroyed. Destroyed.
I've seen very little like Alex.
There's nothing like him. He walked out there and kicked him. Look at him. Look at
He's just such a nice guy, too. He's like, oh, sorry about that.
My bad. Let me help you. Let me help you.
He ain't that nice of a guy.
Hey, look, man. You know how it is, man. You're a nice guy, but when you're in there, you're in there. It's somebody's going out. Somebody's going to go home. It's going to be bad for somebody.
Right.
It ain't going to be bad for me.
Yeah.
At least if I can do anything about it. So.
Please me, I am.
That is unbelievable. He hit him with the left hand that carried on through the round.
It's like he's in a video game and he's got a freaking cheat code that is the left hook. It's not even fair. It's like, what is he in the video game? It's just like, well, look at this.
And he just kicked him right in the head. And Yuri put those hands down. He wasn't there. He 100% wasn't there.
And what's crazy is that kick wasn't even super flush. It glanced off the side.
But like you said, he was already banged up from just taking that in the first round.
His
and
hands
then
were here and it just got him.
Stop it.
He kicked that lead leg up to the side of the head and just boom. He kicked him right in the temple.
Yeah, but you can tell. Look at the impact it has, and watch the head hit. Boom. The head hits the canvas.
He got him with that shin bone real good.
Yeah, he got him clean. But it was that hook. Look,
One more time.
Boom. He reached like he was reaching out there, dropped his hands, side of the head. Then he eats a hard right hand and a couple more shots.
And then everything this guy throws from the top.
That was enough.
I
he
know,
was out.
Guys, I know there's a lot to be fleshed out, especially in the heavyweight division. But could you imagine a Alex Pereira John Jones fight?
That's the one I would see happen.
I could.
That'll happen in 2 years.
I could.
Sure.
I could, because John Jones can wrestle.
That's true.
John Jones is one of the best wrestlers the sport has seen. Now, people identify him as a striker.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the wrestling, right? It was the wrestling against guys that, you know.
Wasn't he a JUCO champion too, John?
Wait,
he was.
what is this?
Yeah.
Did he break his toe? Why are we showing?
Yeah, he
broke his left foot.
Set it right back in or something?
Just put it together.
Put it back. Just put it back in place.
How do you think Adesanya feels right now?
Lucky.
He flatlined this guy.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look at did he?
I think Pereira's better at light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Well, also he hasn't faced a true wrestler, but I think he's better because of the speed.
Does Izzy want to come up to 205? I mean, he has before.
Not a large human. Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
I don't know if he wants to fight with
he came
Alex.
up
Make it happen.
Jury and lost the decision
it'd be worth seeing him do it. Unbelievable.
Look, this is a 230-pound 205er.
Yeah.
Izzy'd be a 208-pound 205er.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't want to see him fight Aspinall, but I'd like to see him fight Bones.
Aspinall would be a good fight too, though.
But he's so big. Aspinall's a beast.
He's huge, and he can wrestle.
He can
Look,
wrestle.
he started with jiu-jitsu. His dad's a jiu-jitsu coach.
Yeah.
You think of him as a boxer because he's got good striking, but
yeah, he's got beautiful hands. And then he does it again. Man, Yuri, I feel for you, but Pereira, that's just a different game. That is a different game. Unbelievable.
Another sensational performance. On short notice, you came in.
Short notice.
Yuri Prohaska, and it could not have gone better.
Here we are, stuck on that one. Everybody's in there just. You all don't get to hear you don't hear the interview, but this is, I love it.
wow. Tied for the most title fight wins since 2022 with
Islam Makhachev.
It's good company to be in.
Yeah, it is. I like it. Unreal. 2 short years. Marinate. What is next for you? That's they're asking. What is next for you? I want to go heavyweight.
Well, I'm going to have dinner, and I'm going to have a beer and a sex.
Love it. Love it.
Tell you what, he's got some potential if we could just fix up his defense.
100%. 100%. Man, what a card. Oh. Up. There it is. Hey, they're all cheering. The potential heavyweight. Look at the audience. We all want to see it. Quit playing. Crazy.
I think that's in my future. I said that last time I was here.
It's in his future.
I didn't seem to be too much interest in the organization, but I'm here. I'm available, and I do think that's in my future.
He's here. He's available.
He's
and
the
that's
cheat
his,
code. He's just got the cheat code.
Cheat code. 100. I like it.
Oh, wow.
First ever. Look at it. We all want to see it.
I tell him all it takes is money, baby, and I'll be there.
Well, you know, but when you say it takes some money, yeah, but it also takes the interest of the people. You know,
Absolutely.
we gotta generate enough interest in this guy to warrant this fight happening, which I would love to see. But you know, we need people to want to see one of those big heavyweight fights. You know, we need people to say, yeah, we need.
See the fans. He said to let the fans.
Yeah.
See the fans.
Exactly.
You get that.
We need what Anderson has. That mystique he had when he was just doing his thing, and it was like legendary. And you wanted him to fight anybody.
I like you saying that name, Forrest, because this is the first fighter in a while, I think, that has captivated people the way that Anderson did in his prime. When he was doing things
when
straight out the Matrix.
Invincible. Invincible. Yeah. I think he's going to get a little more than that.
He's going to get paid. I like it. I like it. That's it, though, man. Well, it's been a great card. I liked it. It could be anything.
Everybody's just making up words now.
We just make it up.
Pereira, come on. Not you two.
He did it.
Not you two. Don't make up words.
Love it. The great Pereira. There it is. UFC 303 in the books. It had some wild twists. It had some wild turns there. We had card changes. We had other fights.
The first that I'm aware of, day of fight change,
and
at least since 2001.
Day of?
Day of. They're actually, that's not, you, I think you fought like some pretty crazy fights, or you fought like an extra fight once?
Yeah.
Fought an extra fight once, yeah.
That's a Wild West, though.
Yeah,
we always did different things back then.
But this is, this is like the modern UFC. This guy's done things. This card's done things. This guy's done things nobody's done before. You're talking about a 3-division champ. One of the best to ever do it in 2 years. Dan Ige, Diego Lopes.
Look at the way
his foot is broken.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder what would have happened if Uric had survived a little bit longer.
I mean, and we'll always wonder, could Chael have been champ if he could have made it 15 more seconds and John Jones' exposed toe bone?
It's things like that that make you appreciate
this
how
sport.
great
and
how everything has to fall in line for Alex Pereira, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
We love it. He's lining it up. It's a beautiful thing.
300, 303. Headlines 300. Headlines UFC 303 Fight Week. Is that big, Nog? A little.
Getting paid. Getting paid.
My hero. My hero.
Love it.
Big nog, man.
So that is, how do we do this with the chat? We just thank you all so much. Love and appreciation as always. You guys, thank everybody for coming through. And you, young man, appreciate having you on here.
Well,
again.
I would thank you guys for joining us, but mostly you're welcome. You're welcome for us having him on.
You're welcome for him being here, 100%. You're welcome. Okay, so we do got Aspinall. Now there's Aspinall. That's another one. Talk about that.
Oh, that's a
another
big
time.
card. That's a big card, July 27th out in the UK.
I like that. Again, though, I want to say thank you so much to all the guests that came in and rotated in and out. Thank you very much again, UFC Fight Pass YouTube. Thank you all so much. Twitch, love and appreciation. I'll be back home and live Tough Tuesday. And then, of course, next Friday, next Saturday, we're back doing it again. As always, though, love and appreciation. Making sure we say everything off, and that's it. So that's it. Thank y'all so much always, man, for coming and hanging out with us. Love you, appreciate you. See you again soon, all right? Y'all be real. Y'all be good.
Great job,
Y'all be real
James.
good.
That was
Love and
amazing.
appreciation.
You're the man. I appreciate it.
You're the boss.
They're going to ask more of you, Jens. More of you right now. Can you stick around to the post show with me right now, live? All right, just keep those on. We're staying right here. Forrest Griffin, he's taking off. Don Fry, he's taking off. I'm TJ DeSantis. This is now officially extra rounds here on UFC Fight Pass. TJ DeSantis. Thanks, Forrest. So it is Poatan getting it done once again. Now 2-0 over Jiří Procházka. It was a phenomenal night of action, and Jens, I mean, what can you say about the Brazilian and Alex Pereira? Because the storylines and the arcs just keep going, and I hate to even ask more from the man because we just saw him at 300. We see him tonight at 303. Pearl Gonzalez back in the booth. It just feels like there's so much momentum behind him. And, you know, Forrest was talking about Anderson Silva during his heyday. Alex Pereira has the opportunity to just continue writing a legacy that is one of the greatest of all time. I hate to say that the GOAT word, you know, too early, especially this guy's been in UFC, 7 or 8 fights only.
He's a flaming dragon goat.
He is.
He's a flaming dragon goat. There's not even, I don't even know how you would put that. He's done something, we're talking 2 years.
Yeah.
And what he is in 2 years, what he has done in 2 years, there's nobody, period, that has done anything like that. And don't get me wrong, when Anderson was on that run, that was a lot of fun to watch him do what he's done. But at the level that I don't even know what Pereira's doing. We're already talking about, hey, go get this third title. Go beat up a heavyweight. Let's see you, like we all want to, let's see you fly tomorrow. I want to see you jump off a building. I want to see you fly. I want to see if you can do this. Like, we're going to start expecting just crazy things from him, right?
His spirit is so special.
Yeah, Pearl, walk us through your thoughts through the end of the first round into the second. It looked like Procházka was a bit saved by the bell, but ultimately was not saved from a devastating stoppage. Do you think that the knockdown at the end of the first round had a lot to do with how the fight ended in the second?
Absolutely, 100%. It was amazing. I thought that Alex did a fantastic job in that first round, feeling him out. He landed his leg kicks. But what I noticed that he did extremely well in this fight that he didn't do it in the first one was his head movement. He had phenomenal head movement in this fight, and he was able to counter and stay inside and in the pocket with GD, and I think that might have thrown GD off. The last time he was kind of just backing out. So his head movement looked tremendous tonight, which set up that switch head kick at the end of it. The left hook was crazy, but we saw, I don't know, I'm sure you guys saw, but him GD walking back to his corner, he was not recovered. He was messed up.
Yeah.
He was messed up coming out of that first round. They did a great job of trying to recover and bring him back in, and man, hats off to GD for going out on his shield, but God, what a setup that head kick was for Alex.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at what he did tonight and what he's done in this short amount of time, you know,
Shama.
I mean, that's exactly it. Chase Hooper, your thoughts on the idea that we're throwing around these ideas that Poatan, you know, could be in line for a heavyweight title opportunity. You want to see it?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe partially it's an age thing. People know, like, he's not, you know, he's on the older end. You know, he's in his 30s, so people maybe are wanting to get the most out of his time in UFC. He's already had a full kickboxing career.
Right.
And in my opinion, a lot of heavyweights are just, a little chunkier version of 205ers. They're, light heavies that don't cut weight. Some of the best heavyweights, the Cain Velasquez's, Stipe had some great fights at, closer to that 245 weight rather than these guys that are cutting to 265. So it seems like Pereira's not too far off from that. So I understand the, want to have him just jump up and, he would be one of the greatest combat sports athletes of all time if he was able to get 3 division, titles for UFC. So I'm here for it.
Jens Pulver, you've got some championship belts at home. You know what it's like to be a champion. You know what it's like to be surrounded by champions. When you go out there and you defend your title and you can say you're the greatest in the world, but the schedule is hard, the responsibilities, the demand is high. Nights like this, I assume, fuel a motivation that can't be really satiated in any other way than by going out there and asserting your dominance and proving to the world time and time again.
You're invincible. At that point, there's a moment of invincibility, and it's after when you defend that belt. And you're putting that thing back on you. I'll fight anything that's in front of me. You get in that interview after. I'll fight anyone, anything, anytime, anywhere, because that build-up and you just that pressure, and I got to go out there, I got to defend this, I got to go out there, I'm going to fight. And the wouldas, the shouldas, the if onlys, and this is happening, this and that, and you go out there and boom, and you do something like that. I still can't get over the fact that he hit so hard that he did it in just one shot. Boom!
Yeah.
And down he went. But to go out there and just have that kind of fight, you just feel invincible afterwards. Like, I will take on anything you put in front of me because it's just such a release, and that's the one thing. And you get to put that belt back on your shoulder, and you ruin somebody's, because that's their dream. That's their goal. Everybody wants to be that champion, and you really get to kind of, in some of these Cheerios, you know what I mean? When you take that belt back, so you kind of take everything. It's a hell of a high.
You talk about that release, and I think it's even a bigger release for someone like Alex Pereira, who, man, like Pearl, that was the most intense stare down I've ever seen in combat sports for minutes on end. And it talks about the intensity, I think, of Alex Pereira, because when he goes out there, his whole world, he's got like the most intense tunnel vision, and it's fitting that he comes out there with the whole bow thing because he's truly hunting his opponent, and man, I don't want to be in his crosshairs.
What an incredible performance. And then you saw his boys. He's a single dad, too. He's raising his boys on his own. I mean, he's got an incredible, incredible story. And, gosh, what a performance. I feel for Judy, though, man. That was a rough wake-up. That was a rough wake-up.
Yeah, very
flying around his head, for
very
sure.
tough. Chase, are you going to work on that stare down? Are you going to get a Poetan type of pose?
Yeah, maybe I'll work on the walkout a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he's just got the aura to him. That's what the people are after.
Yeah.
It's so funny that he doesn't even really necessarily have to be able to speak English well.
No.
Like it's just the way he carries himself, the way he goes to the cage. It's just so I know it's authentic.
Yeah.
And it's also intense, and I think people really latch onto that.
When I think about marketable champions that didn't speak English, they're generally the quiet type, like a Fedor Emelianenko, Jens. Like he was a guy of very few words, but Poetan's a guy who talks a lot, does so in Portuguese, and is still marketable to the point to American fans that, Jens, I actually think if he spoke more English, it might do him a disservice to American fans. I think the separation between the English speakers and non-English speakers, it doesn't matter. People love him no matter what.
It's the mystique about it. Like, you're going to go learn Portuguese just to understand what it is about him. You're going to go hunt down and figure out more about him, you know what I mean? His lifestyle, his traditions, the way that he grew up, rather than most of the time we're always telling the other guy, you got to learn English, you got to be like, well, we're all like, okay, I'm going to try to be like him. I want to go see what he does. I want to learn like him. You know what I mean?
What does chama mean?
I don't know, but I want it on a T-shirt.
And I want to know.
He still hasn't told us.
There's a couple meanings. So it's like shama means like when someone, you call me out, I'll come. Is one way that is one meaning for it. Another is like fire, like that's badass. Shama. So there's several meanings to it. So far, those are the two that I do know. I'll tell you one thing. Alex is an incredible combat sports athlete, but he needs to work on his dancing. I don't know if you guys saw his video on the UFC posted. They were in their warm-up room, and him and his team were working, trying to get him to get the dance down, and it's just so funny. I'm glad he's working on it, though. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, that foot might need to heal a little bit, too. I mean, I don't know how bad it was hurt, but he definitely was paying attention to it, and as that adrenaline wears off more and more, I'm sure it's going to be aching. Let's talk a little bit about our co-main event. BMAC up here on the watch-along coined the name Dan Same Day Ige.
Same Day Ige.
And
I love that.
It was pretty damn impressive. And Jens, for Ige to be beaten through 2 rounds on the scorecards, to come back and have that 3rd round in the way that he did, I mean, again, 4 hours notice. This guy was in phenomenal shape. It was incredibly game against a very dangerous Diego Lopes.
Well, and it just showed what makes him so special is the way that he fought that. Even he just goes out there and pushes and pushes and pushes. He takes the 3rd round, even though on short notice, he's always ready to fight. We're always talking about that, being ready to fight, always training, and Forrest was saying the same thing, even 2 hours a day,
right.
But he's always trying. And to go out there and just take that moment when it's there, and even though a win-win, a situation like that, to push through and be the guy that's winning the 3rd round, that's, man, he didn't have to win the fight, but he literally won the fight because he was pushing it going into the 3rd round. It's incredible.
We talked a lot about Diego, when he came up short in his UFC debut. It was still a win in a lot of ways. I mean, Danny Ige got a standing ovation tonight, guys. And he embodied the, purity, the primal nature of what the sport is all about. It's a sport. Yeah, it's, X's and O's and strategies, but it's a lot of balls and charisma and skill and opportunity. And Pearl, he took all of that and put on a hell of a show tonight over 15 minutes.
Oh my goodness. He also just had a phenomenal post-fight speech, just saying his legacy, and when he looks back in his career, he wants to remember moments like this. Can you two imagine what your Saturday would be like? You're in getting a massage and you get a call and you're the co-main event for a pay-per-view. Like,
you're UFC 303. That's what I mean. You were minding your business, doing nothing.
Yeah.
And boom, like, huh? I was going to get ready to get dressed to the fights.
Right.
Now it's like, you don't have to wear anything. We got shorts for you.
Right. Like he stepped out to run to the grocery store, get a massage, swing by T-Mobile, co-main event, and then head home. Right. You know what I mean? Like, what? That's your Saturday?
Walk
pretty
out
damn
like
good
a
Saturday.
star. You just decided to be the co-main event. It wasn't like he was at the beginning of the card.
No.
Co-main event.
What a way to adjust, though, in that 3rd round.
Yep.
Came out in that 3rd. He was having a tough time finding his rhythm, finding his timing, finding the range in that 1st round. And as the fight started to go on, you could see his confidence grow. And man, he looked so good in that 3rd round. You could see that his confidence was there, and he knew that if he could land, he would hurt him. And gosh, that was amazing. Amazing performance.
We saw a lot tonight. Also in the way of brutality when it comes to the cut on Bueno Silva. Macy Chasson landed an elbow from hell, left elbow over the top. That was phenomenal, Jens. I mean, that was one of the worst cuts I've seen in the UFC's history.
And it was funny that she was pissed that they were stopping it.
Oh, I know.
It's like, you're going to have to go back and have a look at this. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I understand momentum. Your adrenaline, everything's running. That was a big elbow. Reached that wrist and just fired over the top. And it was a good fight. It was a fun fight up to that point.
Yeah.
Bueno Silva getting inside, landing the shots, stuff like that. Macy had at one point, being the bigger fighter, landing that. I like that combo when she kept her distance, and it looked threatening that way. But man, to get that cut like that, I get it. You don't want to lose on something like that. But it was a dominant moment when and then she smiled. She cut you and then looked up and smiled like, oh, this is about to be over.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know what it's like to be in there. All the training, the work that you've put in, the hours spent thinking about it, and you're in there and for a cut.
Well, she won the 1st round, too. I mean, she was winning the fight.
She was doing really well. I thought that the tide was starting to turn a little bit. I thought that Chelsea?
Macy.
Excuse me. She I can't say her last name.
Chasson.
She was starting to find her range. And starting to find knew that she was the stronger girl, and I do believe the strength was starting to come into play in that fight. But man, that was a fun one. That was a fun back and forth inside the pocket there, inside the clinch. Work was phenomenal.
Chase Hooper, your thoughts on the performance turned in by the still undefeated Ian Machado Gary?
I mean, I believe I said it in the pre-show thing, and it's exactly what I thought he needed to win. And we saw MVP still had the speed, still has the dynamic striking. He really posed a lot of problems for Ian Gary on the feet, but Ian Gary, with all that training at Shootbox, was able to start working the grappling, and he had some pretty close subs. He had some pretty dominant positions, and I think that's really what we need to see from a guy like Gary, who's wanting to move up in the division, because there's a lot of wrestlers at welterweight. There's a lot of grapplers, so you just want to be more well-rounded for when you do get taken down, having some attacks or being able to get back up, which, he wasn't too worried about tonight. But, I mean, that was a great performance. That's exactly what he needed to do in this fight. It would have been an ego thing if he was like, oh, I'm just going to strike with MVP and knock him out. But ego is not what keeps you undefeated. Ego is not what's moving you up the division. It's, being smart and fighting the way you need to fight to get that win. And it's exactly what he did tonight.
Came down to that third round, I think. How did you guys score it? Was it a just decision, you think, Jens, for Ian Gary?
He had his back. That's enough to, when you kind of have to give up on all offense and kind of focus on that defense, it's tough to not get the opinion of the judges, I believe, and that's the hardest part. And the other part is when the 5-minute fight is like, well, what happened in the first minute and a half?
Yeah.
What happened in 2 minutes and 10 seconds? I know at the end that's what I was like, you can't let him finish at least. Don't let him finish on your back, and maybe they can go back and kind of adjust to the round. But I think the way that he had it like that and flirting with the submission, landing the punches, staying out there. I can't believe he was able to be angled like that and was able to keep his legs and stayed on, which was impressive. But that's a hard way to win around when someone's on your back like that for even the last minute and a half.
And I think that's the sort of shortcomings of the 10-point must system. Not each 10-9 round is even. I mean, look at the co-main event. I feel like Diego Lopez clearly won that fight, but I thought Dan Ige had the more dominant of all three of the rounds in the third, you know? But it's still 10-9 across the board, and they're not all created evenly. We're starting to wrap up here. What a phenomenal night UFC 303 was here as it caps off another successful International Fight Week. Alex Pineda, he's victorious once again over Jiri Prochazka. Let's play matchmaker on the way out. I will start with you, Jens Pulver. You're the Hall of Famer, so you get the first word. If you were the matchmakers, what would you say is next for Poetan?
I would try to get Bones Jones. I'm telling you, I'd like, look.
You try to make it for November, MSG?
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see heavyweight, Madison Square. I want Bones Jones back. He's a 205er that's gone heavyweight. It'd be perfect. Perfect. Before we get Aspinall, that big monster that's big and heavy and athletic and moves like he's 204 pounds, you know what I mean? That I'm not a big fan of. But a fight with Bones Jones, that I like.
Pearl Gonzalez, your thoughts? What's next for Poetan?
I think if he stays in his division, he stated he wanted to fight Ankalaev and test himself against Ankalaev, and I think that Ankalaev
it's a good style matchup. It doesn't jump off the page from a box office standpoint, but like as an MMA nerd and tactically, like I'm on board for that. I want to see that fight.
Ankalaev is very deserving. I mean, he's doing really well, and he's very dominant in that division. So I think that would be a fight. Exciting-wise, probably. Of course, the trilogy between him and Izzy. I always want to see that fight.
At 205?
Yeah. Why not?
Izzy up.
Izzy can do it.
Yeah, he definitely can. Chase Hooper?
All right. I'm going to agree with Jens on this one. I think him and Bones Jones.
Yeah.
I think John, he stated himself, he's looking more for legacy fights right now.
Right.
Yep.
Like, he's like, I don't want to just fight any dude. Like, I want to fight fights that are fun and make sense and that are going to build on his legacy.
Yeah.
And fighting another two-division champ, that's exactly, like, what he's looking for.
Well, here's the thing. John Jones is the greatest of all time. And if you don't agree with me, it's because you're talking about things that happened outside of the octagon. And I understand it. Maybe there's an argument to be made for some of the missteps that John has made in his personal life. However, when you talk about skills, pound for pound skills, we have never seen a man go into the octagon and dominate like the man from Endicott, New York, and John Bones Jones. Now, Alex Pineda, what he has done in a short amount of time, I'm not going to say he's the greatest of all time, but he has all the makings to make that argument and put together that resume. If he were able to beat John Jones, then there would be no doubt. I'm with you, Jens. I'm with you, Chase. We got to see it.
We got to see it. Bones. I love you, buddy. We got to see you back. We got to see you back.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Chama.
Again, I don't know what it means.
Okay, wait. Let's practice.
Works.
Let's practice. It's not Chama.
Chama.
I got that.
Shama.
I'll do the American.
And then you gotta
Shama.
add a little into your. That's how
Shama.
Portuguese, they add a little like
All
like
right.
nasal.
I'm buying a
Shama.
Shama T-shirt and a Dan Same Day Eat Gay T-shirt. Both have got to be available at the UFC store before this weekend is over. Guys, what another great, phenomenal International
Love it.
Fight Week. Jens Pulver, it's an honor working
Always,
with you.
buddy.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Pearl Gonzalez looking stunning as always.
you.
And
It was
Chase Hooper,
amazing.
you're looking pretty good yourself. I
you.
like the big dad bod Chase Hooper.
Make me feel
Yeah.
insecure now.
You're moving
Come
up
on,
weight.
man.
No, you look good. You filled out.
He
He's
looks
big.
like a
Yeah.
grown-ass
He's
man.
He's built. Yeah, he's built, man.
Looking
Them
like a
shoulders.
Diet.
grown-ass man.
Them shoulders are
Diet.
filled in.
Mr. Hands over there.
impressive.
All right.
There you go.
What a week it's been. If you missed any part of this broadcast, check it out. We've done a ton of stuff here in Las Vegas all week long. You can check it out on the UFC Fight Pass YouTube. For Little Evil, Jens Pulver, Pearl Gonzalez, Chase Hooper, I'm TJ DeSantis. This has been Extra Rounds from UFC Fight Pass.